Oh, hey, bros and broads. Big Fudge here to bring you some of our ads before we get going with our buddy Joe today. So why don't you shut the fuck up and listen a little bit for once in your life. Do you guys like to drink? What the fuck am I saying? Of course you like to drink, but do you like to watch other people drink? Like fat, bald guys and pirates? Well, then we have your Monday nights covered. Tune in at 9:30 p.m. on Monday night to twitch.tv/Cap and Cluggy for the Cap and Cluggy's Drunk Show and watch these two drink excessive amounts of alcohol, discuss fucked up things, and even get a few prank calls in once the liquor starts doing the thinking. The Cap and Cluggy Drunk Show is sure to get you amped up to get your week started. Twitch.tv/Cap and Cluggy. That's CAPANDCLUGGY. Monday nights at 9:30. Be there or shave your ball hair. The hashtag Shots for Likes podcast is also brought to you by Madden Online Football for the PlayStation 4. Are you looking for a Madden league that is structured and plays like the real thing? Then look no further, fella. You found me. The MOF is currently in its 47th season and has been around since 2003. The league has a ton of features like radio shows, highlight reels on YouTube, weekly power rankings, expert picks, yearly awards, and single game and season records that have stood for years. You can check out the league website at www.mofleagues.com. Follow them on Twitter at MOFPS4. Subscribe to them on YouTube at MOF Commissioner. If it's in the game, it's in your mom. Let's get a little message by our good California buddy Herman James over on the West Coast.
Hi, I'm Herman, the host of The Rant with Herman James and Friends, a weekly comedy podcast based on current events and the everyday life and all the horse shit that we all deal with on a regular basis. Find us on every available podcast network, as well as HermanJames.com and the No Phony Network, NoPhonyNetwork.com.
NoFuckingPhonyNetwork.com, huh? Don't put in the fucking, though, because then who knows what website you'll go to. You Watch, I Listen is the podcast you need to be listening to for movies you need to see, albums you need to hear, and nonsense banter you did not know that you needed. Check out You Watch, I Listen, and hear Dan and Ralph breakdown. Actually, Dan, Ralph, and now Taylor? Taylor, I feel bad now. Got to make sure your name's actually Taylor and not Tyler. I'm like 95% sure that, see, that's first initial, last name, it is Taylor. I was right. I almost fucked up the newer host on You Watch, I Listens, or the third guy now. I almost called him Tyler, but it's Taylor. And I knew it was Taylor from the beginning. I just had to make sure. But now I feel bad because he's a good guy.
Fucked up, Fudge.
Yeah, it's all my fault. Hear Dan, Ralph, and Taylor break down their movie and album picks of the week, argue about things that don't matter, and bring up stories you probably didn't need to hear. You can find You Watch, I Listen on iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, and at www.youwatchilisten.com. And hey, dog, you're bothering the shit out of me trying to hop on my lap here, but guess what? I'm getting up anyway. So get ready for episode 57 of the hashtag Shots for Likes podcast with our good buddy Joe, and let's get her going. Mic check. Fudge and Finn. Shots for likes in that ass. Shots for likes. Shots for likes. Shots for likes. Shots for likes. Likes. Shots for likes. What's up, Joe?
What's going on?
Been trying for a minute to get you on the podcast, and I finally got you.
Yeah.
I finally got you on.
You're struggling trying to take that sweatshirt off.
It's a little rough, man. I ate really shitty yesterday. Like shittiest I've eaten in a long time, to where like I was hurt when I came over here yesterday. I was not feeling okay, man. Like I felt, when you like, if you go a while like trying to eat better and stuff, and then you do eat shitty, and it's like the worst mistake you can make, That's where I was at.
Yeah.
But then again, I had a half a chicken parm sandwich for breakfast this morning, so I don't think I'm really trying to improve anything at the moment. So
I'm going to have this fried chicken covered in sauce and cheese, carbs, and add more carbs for breakfast.
Well, in my defense, it was like 11, so it was like second breakfast, I didn't want to waste it.
So we got another Eagles fan on here. I love this, man.
Yeah, we weren't. I was talking to you outside about Keith was like, "Oh, does Joe like football?" And I was like, I don't know. Honestly, anything we've ever talked about, I feel like it's been nerdy shit. So
Yeah, exactly.
But feel free to. This guy moves around these mics, so move right up to your face because it picks you up a lot better when you're nice and close.
All right.
But
okay. Yeah, I'm somewhat. I haven't always been a fan. I've always stayed up with it because it was always too much work. But yeah, I just started getting into it. I like it though.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah.
it's
Football is it's definitely my favorite.
Well, I wouldn't
sport.
say it's
definitely-
fun. I'm a Jets fan, so it's like it's it's brutal.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
it's like high blood pressure. You know, you get all that from this shit because I'm just yelling and screaming like a cunt.
Especially a Jets fan.
Yeah,
I
dude, it's
understand
rough. But
Yeah, we haven't really been able to watch a ton of football this year because we've been fucking doing so many podcasts on Sundays. So I guess it's only kind of good because that means we just don't have to watch the Jets and the Giants lose. So
Yeah.
so it's not too bad. So have you've been an Eagles fan like your whole life, but just like on and off, like in football or
Yeah, like on and off in football. I think I started becoming a Jets fan. I made my claim in like 2014. I think when Deshaun Jackson was still on the team. So since then, I've been rocking with it. So
there you go.
can't change now. So
yeah, well, we won a Super Bowl last year, so that was probably fun to watch.
yeah, no, right.
So you were watching football a lot like the past few years. So last year was like a good time for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not too shabby. I mean, I guess I won't be a dick to you because I haven't seen you in like 15 years, but I am a Giants fan. Kind of disrespectful walking in here with the Eagles
I was
jersey on.
thinking that too.
All right, well let's get a shot now. So let's enjoy our Sunday, boys, huh?
Okay.
Let's figure it out.
Oh, I forgot my shot glass.
No, oh, you didn't you?
I
Huh?
did. Yeah.
This guy, you have a podcast with somebody. It's about drinking.
they would-
The guy forgets his shot glass. So, but I take half shots. So just to let you, I mean, you could take whatever kind of shot you want, but we're not like beer pressuring you here, forcing you to fucking drink. So
no.
we all have to get home at some point. So and I have to go to my future in-laws. So they know I'm an asshole, but I don't want to like be full-fledged an asshole in front of Although last Thanksgiving,
fuck you, please.
last Thanksgiving I was her dad got me fucking hammered, dude. He had a bottle of Jack, and me and her brother were splitting, and he just kept pouring the shots. And like when I get hammered and I start to like feel out the situation, everything seems okay that I can like full blown be an asshole, then I will. So then like this Thanksgiving, her sister's there and everything, and like we're hanging out with her parents. Her sister was like, "Yeah, you were hammered last year, Fudge. Like you were fucking massacred." And I was like, "Shit, I was that bad." But
It
they
was
get
probably
it.
a good time, though.
But there's a baby in their daughter's belly, and it's mine, so they gotta like me. They don't really have a choice. Her dad listens sometimes too, so he'll probably listen to this and text me and be like, "Really? I gotta like you, asshole, huh?"
I'll let the dog out, would you?
Oh, can't wait.
Question, it's been bugging me. What's that map for? That's all the places you guys been, or?
No, that's the places we've gotten listens in. Whether it's just been one or multiple, you'd be surprised that we get a decent amount of listens in like England and Ireland. It's pretty cool. I mean, my brother's in South Korea right now. He's in the Air Force, so that's probably why we've gotten listens there. That's my guess. There are a few countries that like just have like one or two plays. It might have been like somebody accidentally hitting play or something drunk one night or something. But I'll take it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like we're cool with
take
it. But
You never know.
Let's
so
take it.
let's get this shot into us, gentlemen. Joe, thanks again for coming, bro. Good to see you.
Thank you for having
Good
me.
to see you.
Thank you guys having me. Thank you.
Cheers.
Take a little shootski.
Oh, man.
By the way, Joe, if you say anything that you ended up not wanting on the podcast, just tell me right now and I'll take it out.
Yeah, because I'm trying to be good. So
Yeah.
I'll wink at you when I have to be fake. So
You're like, this is
Oh, they
made
can't
up.
see it. It'll be all right.
Yeah, so I'll just let you know because I don't go back and edit them, and especially now that the baby's about to drop. There's no way I'm going to have any time. So if you feel like you say something, you're like, "Fuck, man, I don't want that in." Just tell me now, and I'll just take a rewind and that's a wrap. Okay. So what's going down, man? What's been up? You say you live in Wanacue, right?
Yeah.
How long you live there?
Where the fuck's Wanacue?
Wanacue is
Yeah.
right next to Ringwood.
Yeah, it's right next to
okay.
Wingwood. So it's like a lot closer to West Milford than it is to here. That's for sure.
Bloomingdale is right there.
Okay.
It's not too bad. It's,
Feel free to drag that mic to you, buddy.
that's right. So-
Yeah.
Well, at least you're
No,
not
sorry.
West Milford anymore.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
fun.
but it's funny because I want to get out of West Milford so bad, but then once you get older, you kind of miss it. I don't know why. I
Yeah.
kind of miss it.
You know, it was a nice, like, the town itself was pretty
Yeah.
cool. Like, all lakes. And
Our high school like generation or whatever wasn't too bad because people weren't doing like crazy hard drugs yet. People weren't like boofing vodka in their ass or anything yet. Like if we, I regret actually never going to fucking high school drunk, but I never did it. But like if anybody else did,
times.
like you just wung it. You drunk on the bus like a man, and that's what you did. You weren't fucking doing crazy drugs. But now, I mean, you see, everybody thought we were assholes. Now we left. Everybody starts boofing fucking booze and doing hard drugs. So how much of assholes are we really, Wes
Seriously.
Milford?
We're
Thanks.
still assholes.
Yeah, big time.
we started.
We just don't. I mean, for Christ's sake, if we're gonna boof something, it's gonna be taped at least, you know.
Oh yeah.
Just can't waste a good boofing.
I remember I went to school drunk once. I had my buddy was actually going to rehab because he was on probation. He got caught drinking, so they made him go to rehab.
I know who you're talking about.
So
You guys had a going away party for him, right?
yeah, so he went to rehab the same time we went to school the next day. So we're like, fuck it, dude. Like, let's just stay up and drink with him all night. Send him off to rehab wasted because fuck it, we'll never see him for a while. So we stayed up all night.
You sent him to rehab drunk.
He was fucking hammered. dude.
I never realized that. That's what you guys did.
You see that a lot. Though.
You do. So
one good fix, one last fix.
I think when did we go to school? Like 8 o'clock in the morning.
No, it was early, man. You were getting picked up by the bus in between 6 and 7. First period started at like 7:20, I think, right?
Jesus.
It was early. I remember it. I remember
All right,
being
so
early.
let's say 7. So my stepsister texts me. She's like, "Hey, are you home? Like, or am I driving to school or what?" And I'm like, "Yeah, fuck it, I'll go to school. This will be fun." And I literally brushed my teeth and then got in the car, and I was fucking blitzed, dude. Like, the first 3 periods were excellent, and by 4th period, I'm like, "Oh no,
You're hungover as fuck.
like I can't leave." You know?
Yeah.
Sleepy and shit.
Yeah, see, that's the only thing that catches up to you. You can't go anywhere. Seeing as an
I guess
adult.
I could leave.
Yeah, what if you had somebody to come pick you up?
Exactly.
Yeah, where am I gonna go? West Milford's so fucking big.
Yeah, it's not like you go walk home. By the time you were finished walking home, you probably would be 1,000 times more hungover, and it'd probably be later than school ending. So
Dude, I wouldn't make it home. Walking up the mountain.
it's far.
From high school, bro.
It's far.
Passed out in ShopRite parking lot.
Yeah, I wouldn't have even made the shop right, dude. I'd be like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going in the bush over here. I'm going to bed.
Just put out like, well, back then we probably didn't have iPhone. I know we had cell phones, but not anything that worked well. But imagine you just had an iPhone back then. It's like drop a pin or something. Like, this is where I am. Somebody come get me when you feel like it.
Shit, I could have Ubered.
Yeah.
Kids got
Uber didn't exist.
They
Back
got
then.
too easy, man.
I don't
these
think we had
kids now.
taxis back then in West Milford.
Did we have taxis in West Milford? No way, right? I don't even remember.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, you're right though. Kids have it all for you. They can just leave out of school, get an Uber. That Uber ain't gonna fucking. He's gonna be like, "Oh, you got the money, baby? Let's do it."
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know what impression that was supposed to be, but I think I was gonna immediately go like taxi driver guy, like from the Middle East. But then I was like, "But this is Uber.
Yeah, Uber's different.
Plenty of people. Yeah." So whatever. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I remember. Do you remember the school? Were you in the school when we did the school walkout?
Don't
You
remember.
wait. You were in Fudge's
Think
grade.
so.
You graduated 2005, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you had to be. We were definitely.
so.
I mean, I didn't actually walk out. I definitely watched like you and fucking. What's that? I think Kyle, right? You
was-
guys like walked out.
There was like 100 kids standing by the front entrance, like screaming, like, "All right, we're walking out, we're walking out." And there's a bunch of teachers. Teachers couldn't do shit. There was
Yeah.
fucking hundreds of us. They're just
They were
like,
basically
"Don't-"
there to keep tabs, right? To like suspend people and shit.
Yeah, they're
That's
like-
what they were claiming.
They're like, if you do it, you're getting in trouble. So we're all like 10 minutes go by, and we're all standing there, and I go, "Fuck it." So my buddy, I'm like, "Dude, if we go, they're gonna follow us." I thought it was gonna be me running out, and all my stride, and this horde of students just like cheering, right? So
Like the slow clap.
yeah, dude, seriously. So my buddy goes, "All right, yeah, let's do it." So we fucking run out. I'm in all my glory. All the windows upstairs in the classrooms, like kids are cheering us on. And I'm like, "This is the best thing ever." We get to the end of the fucking sidewalk. I turn around. No one left. It was just us two. And then the principal walked out. He's like, "You guys are both suspended."
What is that? You guys watch what is that TV show? Rick and Morty.
Oh,
yeah.
When they get that, got the voice and that whisper, and then we said, "Loser."
That's what happened.
That's
Dude.
how it felt like. Though.
Speaking of Rick and Morty, I gotta rewatch Rick and Morty now.
That's a great
It's
show.
been a minute because I think I've watched the whole thing like maybe twice. I know I started it with the broad at one point, but it's so hard to. She's real bad with fucking shows, man. Like unless she like there was a pretty good show on Netflix. I actually forgot off the top of my head what it's called. But the lead character, one of the lead guys, is the main character, the guy who plays Dexter in the show Dexter.
Yeah,
the guy that
yeah.
the murder. So he's one of the main characters in there. It's like about his daughter being missing or some shit, whatever.
I think I heard about that.
It's actually a fucking pretty good show. There's only one season out right now. I don't know if they're going to continue doing it. we watched the whole season and just she fell asleep. It was like at the beginning of her pregnancy where she was sleeping all the time, and she fell asleep like at the beginning of the last episode of the
She's
season.
just sick of you, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna pretend to sleep and just fucking leave me alone.
Maybe we'll just go away, go to Keats, and fucking record a podcast or something. So I turned off the last episode because I don't want to watch it without her. You know what I mean? Or I mean, even though I'd watch it again, but I was just like, all right, I'll save it, and then we just never watched it. We started The Sopranos. I think we got into like the second season. Just stopped watching. So I watched a few seasons of The Sopranos. When I first moved to West Milford, like in 7th grade or whatever.
Shit, that shit was out that long ago.
Yeah, it's that old, and that it was like actively running then, I think, because my parents got like that initial cable package when you go and you get like HBO and Showtime for free for a few months or whatever.
Skinemax.
So I was fucking I was just figuring out like what my dick did too. So that was nice having fucking Skinemax in the middle of the night. But yeah, with the Sopranos, man, I would watch that shit all the time. It was it's an awesome fucking show, but like it's when you're with somebody, especially about to have a kid, and all that shit. It's you can't. It's 9 times out of 10 you're not watching a show by yourself. You know what I mean?
You gotta start watching shows with me, man. We'll finish them. I'll just come over.
Sure.
Bridget, not now. We're watching the shows.
Keep the baby in the room. So how's that going to work with you though? How you going to are you even going to come over? He hates babies.
I
so
don't like babies.
why?
They're always crying. They're fucking in the way.
I think that's my problem too. I love
can't
babies so
curse
much, but I
around
don't
them?
realize the fact that you gotta. I can give them away. So I mean, like my friends had babies when my brother had babies.
So you can give him back, like, all right,
Exactly.
it's a pain in the
Yeah,
ass
like
now,
in the
you
toy.
take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not gonna happen with me. If anything, it's gonna be like, all right, give me the damn baby. I gotta deal with it now.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
See, he hates babies, though. He's, and it's fine. He's my best friend. He can just hate babies. He's gonna. I don't know how much he's gonna hate my baby, but I mean, the plan is to really just keep my daughter away from him.
Just
Really,
watch 'em. Very cool.
yeah. So I don't really know. It's
We'll figure it out. But seriously, I was up at my grandparents for Christmas. My aunt and uncle just had a kid. My uncle goes to bed at like 2 a.m. We're up drinking till 2. I stay up a little bit later. An hour later, the kid's up crying. And there you can hear him like, oh no. And they're taking care of the kid. And he comes out. He goes, don't do it, man. Don't ever do it. He's all hungover. His eyes are barely open. I'm like, all right, that sucks.
so that's where he's fucking up. This guy should be drawing, bro.
Well,
Because you wake up after you draw, and then the effects of drawing are gone. Just making sure that's what.
That was okay.
Just keeping you aware of what's happening.
You gotta explain that to people sometimes. You know?
Yeah, but sometimes that was a great reaction. That's why I explained to him real quick. He's like, "Oh, that's what you meant." You wake up, you take a nap for an hour or two. The effects of the drawing are gone, and you're good, and you're not hungover or nothing, bro. When you drink it, that's the thing. Like, I'm gonna be strategically getting drunk throughout the adolescence of my daughter.
If you're allowed.
Honestly, I'm looking forward to. I mean, the only time I drink at this point, really. I mean, when I streamed the other night, that was actually really fun. I was drinking a little bit, and
You have to drink when you stream. I won't watch it if you're sober.
yeah, it's fun. I mean, I can always draw, obviously, as well, but yeah, I'm not even really drinking anymore unless I'm on the podcast, and even then, I'm like keeping it pretty chill because there's just always something to do. There's always something to prepare for. There's something to, fucking something needs to be cleaned or fucking build a baby thing or something. There's always something. So I don't want to be fucking hungover and not be able to get shit done. And then not only that, but I want to do other shit too. Like if I'm fucking hungover, dude, I'm not gonna want to play video games or do anything cool
what
or
you're
like
really
play
not gonna wanna
guitar
do?
or anything that I want to do. What?
Take care of her screaming baby at 7 a.m. When you're home.
And that's exactly why I'm not gonna be hung the fuck over, bro. I might just be like sober by accident for like a month or two and be like,
sleep when
I
you
haven't
can.
done anything fun in like a fucking. We'll see though. You never know. Maybe she. I mean, Jeff's baby Jackson was pretty good. He said they got pretty lucky and he slept pretty well and wasn't too bad. So
Your life is over, dude.
see, but I want a family. I mean, you make it seem like I don't want this, and I'm like I've been upset about this. I'm happy that I'm becoming a father.
We'll see how you're gonna go. You'll be bald within the year.
I'm bald now.
No, I mean like bald. Like,
It's okay. I'm gonna have more kids too, Keith. I know it upsets you, but
you say that now.
That's only when she wants it. When she's ready.
oh yeah,
She's gonna
no,
be
of
like, "I want a
course,
kid now."
dude. It was
And now
crazy for her,
procreation is
man.
gonna
Like
be just for.
yeah, constant nausea and shit. Her pregnancy was rough, but everything you hear about a rough pregnancy apparently means good things for the baby or whatever. Apparently, so I guess that's good, but. Every time she gets like a single contraction, which is normal to get them or whatever, she's like, all right, start fucking counting. Let's go. This baby's coming out now. I'm like, baby, I don't think it's time. She's like, no, it's time.
Dude.
Just don't do I wanted to be time.
You gotta wait for the apology. I'm sorry, babe. I was pregnant at the time.
Dude, I've been lucky, man. She hasn't been like you know how like you hear guys talk about like, oh man, like, you know, it's like guy talk, oh, she's been fucking crazy. She's been such a cunt, whatever. Like, I don't even know this woman. I haven't had one single cunt moment with my pregnant girlfriend at all, and her pregnancy's been gnarly. So that alone right there, that's like keeper status. You know what I mean? If she doesn't become a cunt during being pregnant, I mean, like, when do you become a cunt? You know, like, when are you a cunt? And she's not, and that's why I love her.
Her dad's probably listening like, this fucking kid, bro.
Say something about a period. I'm afraid I'll
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, Paul. He enjoys the show.
That's another thing I was thinking about too. You guys watch Big Mouth?
I've been meaning to. I hear it's great.
Watch it.
I could see you going either way with it, because
Really?
every now and then it can be corny. Like, it's definitely funny. It's cool. It's a funny show. It's basically about like kids that are like 10, 11, 12, like figuring out
Just
what their
like
fucking
13.
dicks and vaginas do and shit.
Right.
And it's really fun. And Nick Kroll is like one of the main guys. I don't know if
we
he's
just
like a
had him
ma-
on the show.
He does.
Nick Kroll.
Yeah, right. He does like 3 voices, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say he does a few voices. This our buddy Joe, another guy named Joe, who came on. He looks a lot like Nick Kroll, and he hates it. So we were kind of busting his balls about it a little bit. So that's why we say that. But it's definitely pretty good. It's pretty funny. I mean, watch it with the broad, because it's like it's one of those shows that are like you want to get your broad hooked on it because it's funny enough to like. All right, at least my broad isn't watching a shitty show. You know what I mean?
Girlfriend was like, she's like, ew.
All right, so does your girlfriend watch like the shitty reality TV
what's
too?
a jizz kit? You'll see.
Yeah, we watched like a good season or two, but
Yeah, that's what I was talking about the other day, and I was watching Joe Budden's podcast, and he was like, I don't watch my shows anymore. And I don't watch my shows anymore. It's all what she wants to watch.
Yeah.
So it's mostly like, I Love New York, or Love and Hip Hop New York, or
Yeah.
90 Day Fiance,
or whatever.
That sounds
Some
brutal.
yeah,
I mean, you get used to it, and you kind of start liking it, but
yeah.
I'm not gonna tell her.
Well, eventually, I just sit there and I make fun of it like every like 2 or 3 minutes, and eventually she starts to look at me like, "Can you fucking shut the fuck up?" Like
what I do.
every time someone says something, I just like mimic them completely, like overboard. You know what I mean? But that's the
my
way I
God,
deal with it,
Samantha.
because I can't stand it. But like, I'm especially with her being pregnant. When I turn this shit off, I don't want to watch it. She's gonna look at me like, really? You like having a dick, dude? Because when you fall asleep fucking hammered, I'll cut that fucking little thing off,
It'd
bro.
be hard to grab it to cut it, though.
Yeah, she'd have to get like some needle nose pliers and like a small butter knife or something and figure it out.
Well,
but
my girlfriend does just, shut up, bitch.
See, I'm lucky.
Call me
If
that.
Kristen puts
Okay,
stupid
bitch.
shit on, I just come up here. Like, I'm going to a podcast room. She's like, hang out with me? I was like, no. It's like, this show sucks. I'm going to go get drunk by myself upstairs.
See, I can't do that.
see, I live in like a 1-bedroom condo, but it's got like the loft, which is where our room is. But it's basically like one open thing. You know what I mean? So if she's watching TV, like it's like that's what's happening. But I mean, I always got my computer there so I can game, or if I really wanted to, watch something else, because my monitor's like a 30-inch fucking TV.
It's actually
So-
bigger than your TV.
My TV's like 50-something inches, but he just needs to be a dick about it. So. You'll get used to that. Within like another 20 minutes, you'll be like, wow, like, you guys are friends, huh? Because all he does is just talk shit to you, and it just doesn't seem like you're having any fun.
It's all for the podcast. I don't want to do it.
Yeah. You don't want to. Yeah, sure, you don't want to do it.
It's for the viewers in North Korea.
No, South. I don't think North Koreans
No,
are
they
allowed to
can't.
listen to
That's what I'm
podcasts, right? They don't have fun there. Although that guy, they just walked over that one, little garden area, right? Wasn't that where the border was? And Jim Con-un and the other guy,
The other
Asian
Asian
dude.
Jim Con.
Yeah, right.
I thought you were
Jim
talking about a
on
news
Keel.
reporter.
Well, no, who? Well, no, you.
Kim Jong Un.
Yeah, there you go. I was close. Kind of, not really. But you remember, you saw it. It was all over the news. I don't even watch the news, but that was all over the internet. He met up with the guy from South Korea, and they like shook hands at the border or whatever. So that's good, because that motherfucker, he looks like he could hit a red button at any second, bro. Yeah. So that's South
all.
Koreans.
That's all politics. That's all.
Yeah,
That's why I stay
he's
out
not-
of them.
it's all shit we don't ever pay attention to or talk about on
it
this
depends
podcast.
on who you
usually,
hear it
but-
from. Kim Jong Un's a good dude. Like, I used to have so much hate for him because of what he was doing. I was like, how are you the only fat North Korean?
The only one.
Yeah, the only.
Well, isn't he a
one.
dictator? And usually dictators
He's
are
a-
shitty, right?
Exactly. But the things that is that he inherited what his father created, and what his father did, he was trying to pass on to his son. And then he tried to have his uncle be like a little puppeteer to his son. So that's why his uncle was murdered. So he's trying to put in new goals and set new shit. So
I mean, is he actually trying to do legitimate things to like get his country to be in a good spot, or is he just being like a?
No, look at him now. I mean, he said that Kim Jong-il, I guess his dad, was never in the news media. He was just always getting drunk and having sex with random girls. But Kim Jong-un,
what's wrong with that guy?
He's got a wife.
I'm confused. We're passing over his father like his father isn't a champ, but I'm confused. Let's go back to his father.
Yeah, he's got like a wife that you know about. He's got kids you know about. It's crazy.
That's why he's so fat, because he ain't banging everything.
Right? Yeah.
Because his dad was skinnier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's that fuck weight.
But remember when what Seth Rogen and fucking one of the they put out that movie like everybody was so afraid and shit, but it just got put out anyway, or like it was supposed to go.
Yeah, I remember.
It was supposed to go in theaters, but then it didn't. But then it came on Netflix or whatever. I remember watching like an hour of it. I didn't end up finishing it, but
Put a rack on his ass. Yeah.
He was like, wasn't he like real pissed about that?
He was. Yeah, he does have.
To me, like when you can't take when you can't take comedy and you're willing to threaten a country when someone's making fun of you, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Plain and simple. Whether it's him or fucking anybody in the Middle East, when you can't like draw Muhammad, apparently, right? It's like a big thing. They want to nuke everybody when that happens. And Donald Trump, I mean, he gets pissed all the time. He's like tweeting all over. Why don't you guys like me? Stop it now.
Dude, do you remember?
He's fragile.
Yeah, he is. You figure for him being such a dick and so funny, just talking shit all the time, you think he'd be willing to take it. He can't. If
I don't like
dish it, if you dish it, especially if you dish it too, and you can't take it, it's one thing if you're just like calm, you don't talk any shit to anybody, but then people make fun of you, and then you're like, dude, I don't want, stop. Yeah. That's one thing. But if you dish it all the time, you talk about all that shit he does, and then you can't take it, it's like, dude, you're being a pussy, bro.
Sensitive.
Wake up, bud. Yeah, you're gonna talk shit, let people talk shit back. It's what makes it good.
Do you remember when George Bush was president and Comedy Central came out with the show That's My Bush?
No. You're talking about the son, right?
The son, yeah. So when he was the president, they made a show about George Bush on Comedy Central. It was just him being a really fucking dumb like president who didn't know what was going on. Like the one episode he took ecstasy by mistake and got trapped in like the fucking Oval Office.
What's this show called?
That's My Bush.
That actually sounds fucking hilarious.
It was fucking hysterical, yeah.
I wonder if you can find that like on YouTube or something.
He had like a neighbor that just kept showing up every day, like the chatty, funny neighbor. But like it's the White House, like there's no fucking neighbors. Like it was a great show, and they only canceled it because of 9/11. They were like, you know what?
Okay.
You know, we're going to war, you know, all that shit, so they canceled. But yeah, try and find it on YouTube. That's My Bush.
Yeah. Yeah, let me know if you find it like on YouTube or something or whatever. I mean, I'll fucking watch the shit out of that shit.
Yeah, when he does the ecstasy, dude, he's like in the fucking Oval Office raving and shit, dude. And like one of his security guards like, oh, lock the door. And Barbara Bush or whatever. What was his wife's name? Was it Barbara Bush?
Oh, remember she died though, didn't she?
That was his mom, right? Well, whatever his wife's name was like, what's going on? They're like, nothing. You don't need to see this. She's like, I need to see my husband. She opens the door and he's just in a cage raving with glow sticks.
Was his tie like tied to his head like the classic?
I think
you're all
so,
fucked up, so
you
tie your tie to your head. Who played George Bush in the show? Do you remember?
I have no idea, but I could have swore it was him.
Oh, like so he was good then.
Yeah, like he was really good. He looked just like him, talked just like him. But I don't think it was like a famous person who did it.
Yeah,
my girlfriend texted me, so you gotta stop.
That's all right.
We can't. We're not allowed to talk. Hello, Joe's girlfriend.
Yes.
Well, she saved your ass a couple weeks ago, right? Because you were supposed to come on a couple weeks ago, and then or do you work real estate?
I'm trying my best to. And that's why I had to like try to.
Yeah, because you had an open house, you said, right? Yeah. Okay, so that makes sense. So I got you. Well, no, that was fine because you rescheduled for a couple weeks. Like, dude, I never like. It's one thing if you like schedule with us and you bail like 2, 3, 4 times, like very fucking last minute. No. I'm pretty sure you gave me like a week.
I truly felt bad. I was like, holy shit. And then she was like, you know what, you need to do that because we need some money.
She's right. No, she's definitely right.
We're not giving you any money. We'll give you booze. Yeah, she can have booze too if she wants. I'll supply her with booze. But yeah, we ain't giving you.
There's
money.
Always booze supplied.
I just want to be a good loser for a year. And she's like, boob, it's 12 months. What are you doing? You're a bitch and a loser.
Once she starts calling you a bitch and a loser, then you got to G up.
No more support here.
Well, but like I said though, it's like we're all adults. Like I understand, like shit has to be rescheduled or whatever. Like I totally get. I'm always cool. Like as long as people tell us and they're like, hey, you know, because some people just cancel and then like that you never hear from them again about the podcast or whatever. And you know, sometimes you're like, were your intentions to even really come on? And like sometimes, you know, like I'm never not going to understand. Like I'm never going to give people shit about that unless it's just like,
bro, what
they're consistently cunts like bailing like 2 hours before every time. That's when I'd be like, all right, fuck this
One of my
person.
friends the night before went, hey man, I can't make it tomorrow. I'm like, why not? He's like, I'm gonna go play pond hockey.
Yeah.
I was like, what? He's like, yeah, the ice is good. I'm gonna go play pond hockey. I'm not coming on.
Yeah, that I was pissed about that. I was like, dude, he's never coming on ever again. And then it was like,
his episode was great.
yeah, and then like it was a decent amount of time later. It was like a good 6 months later, whatever it was, and I was just like, you know, as long as he promises he's showing up, he's not going to bail, then that's fine. And then he did show up, but it was a really fun time. But I was fucking heated about that shit for a month or two. Because, dude, it's like, I understand. It just seems like we're just getting drunk or whatever. But, like, we do take our podcast seriously, you know? Like, just getting drunk and having a good time is just, like, the premise of it. It doesn't mean that we don't take it seriously. We're not,
But it's still,
like, things are scheduled. We're all adults here, man. Like, don't you think we have a ton of time to be able to just have you on after you're done playing fucking pond hockey, bro? You know what I mean? Like, that's all.
Yeah. No, I mean, to be here, it was like out of my comfort zone. But I was like, no, I'm gonna get up and do it. Because usually I'd be like, no, I won't do anything. I just want to watch TV.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I remember you talking to me about that.
If I'm not working, I'm watching TV. So.
Yeah, are you just fucking chilling?
You know,
I'm kind of like that. I'm
no,
like that too, man. It's easy in this day and age to.
I'm gonna do this. So
Yeah, it's easy in this day and age to just become like.
Nothing.
Like just avoid social situations in general, you know what I mean? But once you finally get into them, then you're having fun. You're like, oh man, like I was gonna miss this whole time, you know?
It's funny, like we've been doing it for so long now. Like I remember the first like 3 episodes, just being looking at this mic, like, what am I gonna say?
Is this what we? Well,
What are we doing?
oh, well, it used to be we would take turns at each other's like houses and shit. Like when he was in his apartment in Sparta, and I'm still where I'm at now. And like we were the table in front of his couch downstairs. We were using that, and we had just like straight like mic stands, so we'd have to like lean over for 3 hours.
Oh,
and
it
shit.
was
Like
awful.
at my house, I have this like shitty small folding table, which I think I want to take. Is that still around somewhere?
I think it's in the basement.
All right, I gotta go. I want to grab it because I want to start cleaning up, setting up my guitars on it and shit upstairs. Now I got all this room. Get a jam session going.
Yeah, why didn't I have to help you the other day? Whatever happened with that?
It was just yesterday, and then it was. You were feeling shitty. It wasn't. I mean, the fact that you were feeling shitty was just like, but there wasn't much time either. I think things were just running a little late, but because I got to get the dresser from the broad's house to my house, so I think I might just have fucking Jesse come over with his Equinox or whatever he's got because he helped me with the last dresser. So I'll figure that out. But
well, let me know if it's during the week. I can help.
Yeah, whatever. We'll figure it the fuck out. I mean, pretty soon this baby will be born. We won't have time to do a damn thing. We'll just be like, all right, baby's alive. All right, cool. Can we sleep now? No sleep yet. Okay, just checking. Just checking. What the fuck was I just talking about, though?
It doesn't matter.
Probably not.
So,
folding table. Yeah, but we were just talking about the podcast deal. Like now, it's like we have like these nice chairs. We have like boom arms and like good mics and like we're hanging. You know what I mean? So at least you
big dildos.
Oh yeah, that's right. We didn't catch your reaction about Mo Biggs. Do you
I took a picture of it.
In 2018, almost 2019, in the social climate we're in right now, where everything is offensive to everybody, being an African American yourself, coming on, bunch of fat white guys, bunch of dickheads. We have this gigantic black dildo.
It's girthy, bro.
next to the star of Donald Trump.
We have it all
That's
here.
the beauty of it.
Yeah.
It's a comedy podcast, people.
Dude, like I said, my buddy Eddie who came on last night, he was like, dude, take that star off the wall. I ain't doing the podcast. I'm like, dude, we don't like him, man. It's just a joke. He's like, all right, I'll let it slide. Because I can understand why people get so upset about it. I can also, at the same time,
dictatorship, trying to tell people what to do and say.
Yeah. Well, don't get me wrong, dude. I didn't vote for that fucking asshole. But we have a lot of friends who, even whether they did vote for him or not or whatever, they just like going so hard on like either pretending to or actually liking him because it just makes people that are overbearing with the fact. Like, I get it that you don't listen. Here's the deal. I don't like Trump. I constantly make fun of people who don't like Trump because they're ridiculous. They just go way overboard sometimes. So it's.
I think they just like like if you want to feel what it's like to be a minority, you should just ask the minority.
Yeah, instead of just pretending like now you're upset all of a sudden, like
it's not
motherfucker,
fair
how do you think we felt?
Struggle.
You know what? Please,
I
don't apologize. Please continue to make fun of white people because there's nothing funny.
It's not just that, because I have Trump friends, so I'm not gonna make fun of them too bad, because I want them to delete me on Facebook. I can't see their posts anymore, you know?
What are you going to do? Dude, he's my best friend. I shit on him constantly. And vice versa.
Right?
And vice versa.
You got to be sensitive.
No sensitivity on this podcast.
Santa Claus is gender neutral. And
yeah, now everybody's bitching about Santa being a girl now, right? Isn't that the whole thing?
Yeah.
Well, if you want, people are bitching about "Baby, It's Cold Outside," right?
Yeah.
So we happen to make our own rendition. So if you really
it was extra rapey.
If you really want to get offended by "Baby, It's Cold Outside," listen to the Christmas episode.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the way it came out. Fucking, I'll send you a link or whatever if you want to check it out. But
do that.
yeah, no, it was. But actually, my girlfriend's father. It was like Christmas morning. I'm about to make breakfast, and he starts playing it. I'm like, Paul, shut this off, please, right now. Please stop this. And it was only me, my girlfriend, and her parents. So basically, the only one, because we actually listened to it, I think, on the way there. Like she already heard it, and she thinks that shit's funny. She's not like a super sensitive broad at all. Thank fuck. But at the same time, last thing I want to do, like my future mother-in-law, to hear what that song was, because it gets pretty bad at certain points. I was just like, you know what, Paul, like this is funny, we can all laugh, but like. And like her mom has a good sense of humor too. She'd probably, in a certain light, find it funny as well. But it's like on a Christmas morning,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like let's keep it like down a little. You know,
you can't start with that.
That's only because of the climate we're in now that you think about it though. Because I listened to it and I was like, yeah, it is kind of rapey. But I guess it's the climate we're in.
We were on a podcast where I put it on and we were I think listening to it and then we're like, you know what, this song is rapey as fuck, dude.
It wasn't. I thought about it, I was like, yeah,
it wasn't rapey until
the video.
You saw the video. Have you ever seen the video to it?
Nah.
Like the OG one back from like the 50s, the 60s.
Yeah, when he's
like pulling her down constantly every time she tries to get up off the couch and shit.
Yeah. She's like holding her. It gets very. The video's rapey.
Yeah,
but they end up kissing at the end.
Some of this drink, dog.
Let me slip this in your drink, but it's cold outside. Yeah, it's. I could see where people are coming from, but like at the same time, I think it's meant to be like somebody who's already a couple, and it's kind of I don't know, like there's extremes on either sides, and both of them's just.
Here's my thing: who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
Like, why are we getting so mad over it?
Oh, we try to say that. There's so much other shit to worry about.
Like, what do you... Let's say you listen... There's so many Christmas songs out there. If you put on a Christmas playlist, you might hear that once in like 5 hours.
Or what was that song, Can You Hear Me? They said that was insensitive to...
Deaf people? Because they can't hear, so fuck them.
It feels need to explain. Get it? Because they can't hear. That's why I said that.
What was that? Who is it? What is that disease? You have different personalities.
Bipolar.
No.
Schizophrenia.
Yeah, schizophrenia. That's what they said. That was better though.
Do you think schizophrenics are listening to a Christmas song like, this offends me? This doesn't offend me. You know what I mean? Like,
but which side of them gets offended?
Kill them all, Jake.
You know?
Exactly.
You gotta find. I only get offended half the day.
Dude, really quick, and you might have seen the movies or not because I know you're somewhat nerdish. Who everybody? Are you guys pumped about that? I need to watch the previous movies.
I haven't watched any of them, so I don't know.
Bird Box was.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
The M. Night Shyamalan fucking. Oh, you worry about the. See, that's a little.
Mind link.
How'd you just? I didn't say anything to give anything away to like mention the series I was going to talk about, dude.
I talk to you for 5 hours a week.
Right.
Straight talking to you.
But I don't even remember.
I know your menstrual period.
I know when you shit every day.
When I switch it up.
I know it makes you shit.
Yeah, but
I don't think I can watch. Well, keep going because.
Well, no, I was just gonna bring it up so we could talk about it. I mean, have you seen any of the? Let me pull
it up. He never said what it was.
Are you aware? Well, yeah, I gotta pull it up. Hold on. M. Night. How am I supposed to spell shit? Okay.
No one knows how to spell that shit, bro.
I think you're talking about Mr. Glass. You're talking about the movie.
Yeah, Glass.
But
all
there's
right, hold
three
on.
of them.
I'm trying to get the Wikipedia so I could talk about, because I know a little bit about the. All right, so it's Unbreakable is the first one, which was in 2000. Split was 16 years later in 2016. When I first saw the trailer for Split, I was like,
It's just a horror movie or so.
I thought it was just about a person with schizophrenia just trying to and just people are stuck in a house with him and he's trying to kill them. They're trying to escape. I thought it was just some random horror movie. I had no idea it was supposed to be a part of
like the Human Centipede or something.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, like, I didn't realize it was part of like a comic book-esque type fucking trilogy. But Unbreakable, I think, is with it. That's about like Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson. Then in Split, 16 years later,
those motherfuckers are looking old.
yeah, but they're still killer though, man. You can't disrespect Bruce Willis or Samuel L. Jackson.
Who do you think win a fight?
A fucking shark ate me.
Who do you think win a fight?
Bruce Willis, Samuel?
Yeah.
I say Bruce Willis because Samuel's looking a bit more decrepit than Bruce. But that's, I mean, a couple.
Well,
things
he's
in the
also
trailer.
in a wheelchair in the movie, so they make him look like that.
Yeah.
Who's Samuel?
Yeah, so we're
Oh,
talking.
you
man,
mean in the
sure.
actual movie?
No, like in real life.
Yeah, no, he's just
They
in
were
real
just
life.
drunk at a bar, like, let's see what we can do here.
I still pick Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis has
think?
always been more. I feel like he's always been a bit more of a badass than Samuel. I don't know if Samuel's really ever been jacked.
Yeah,
shit.
but he's got like that tall lankiness to him. Like he's probably got the reach on him.
Yeah.
I would.
I
Think.
can tell you that Samuel's got better skin than Bruce Willis. I can tell you that.
Black don't crack.
Joe, that's fucking racist, and we don't approve of that on our podcast.
Yeah, that's
Dude, I don't do black people just you look at like an 80-year-old black dude and like a 40-year-old white chick, and you're like, are you older than him? And he's like, no, man, I'm 80. I'm gonna live another 40 years, and my skin's gonna be perfect. And that 40-year-old fucking white chick's like injecting Botox in every part of her body and shit.
Got that lizard look.
yeah. I should just find a real job because I'm not going to do it in real estate, especially after this podcast.
I'll leave your last name off it so it doesn't fuck up your real estate
Joe Schmoo.
your real estate license. It's okay.
People look
No,
up
that's
your
okay.
real estate, and it's just this podcast.
yeah, exactly.
I will tell you that like a lot of people that like nobody's got really anything going on like with any type of internet shit with their full name or whatever, and then
Yeah,
when
try to
you search their full name, the first thing that pops up is our podcast or their episode for our podcast. Yeah. Google's actually been pretty decent to it. I mean, our name is like a little bit of a pain in the ass, so it doesn't help us too much, but at the same time, it's very, it's nobody else has anything close to our name either. The hashtag Shots for Likes podcast. So it kind of works out for us or whatever. But the only thing that we run into problems where, we're not like super famous or anything, and people that have like legitimate jobs and don't want to fuck up the careers in this type of social climate where like you say one fucked up thing on the internet 10 years ago, you're going to lose your fucking job.
And I was thinking that too. I was like, but either this podcast or what I said 10 years ago about something, they're going to find it. So
Yeah, but you're not even being bad. I mean, that's the thing too. Like you try to talk to people and like let them know like, dude, this is
who I
going on
am,
the internet.
or that.
It's going to be easy to Google this and that. You try to explain it to people, and then like you explain it the best you can. You're like, if you want us to take something out, just tell us right there. We'll take it out. And then like the next day they're like, yeah, man, like, can you take out that whole thing? I'm like, no, dude, I'm not gonna do it, bro. Like that's like
Listen,
I told you like 60 fucking times, man. Like I don't know what else.
If Elon Musk can fucking smoke some weed on Joe Rogan's podcast,
He didn't even inhale that weed, dude.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, nah, I didn't think so either. But
It doesn't matter. Like,
I watched that.
Yeah.
I watched that before it became a huge fucking deal.
yeah,
And I was just like, oh man, it's cool. He's got Elon smoking weed. This is great.
yeah. Oh, it's fucking
Like, yeah, like no, it's legal in California. It's like having a fucking beer. Like, what's the big fucking deal? But then again, people are bitching because it's like, dude, like employees of what is it called? Starts with a T. What's the company?
Tesla?
Tesla.
Yeah, employees of Tesla are like, you drug test me like once a year or whatever. I can't smoke weed. What the fuck can you?
Exactly.
So I can understand why they're.
Well, wait a
pissed.
second though. If they're in California and you smoke weed, you can't get in trouble at your job, right? For a drug test.
Well, I want to say that certain it's weird because it's just starting to become like a normal legal thing in certain states or
right.
whatever. But you got to imagine certain companies still probably say we don't allow any THC in your body, whether it's legal or not.
Because it's still federal. So they could still be like, oh, no.
Yeah, I mean, I saw some article the other day about Trump being like, "Oh, let's fucking make it federally legal or whatever," so it's not a big deal anymore. They're wasting so much time and money and effort on busting people for weed. Like, just think about how much money every state who's made it legal. Think about how much money they're making off it.
Yeah.
Imagine like if
Off of taxes alone.
yeah, Phil Murphy needs to cut the shit and just make our state a shit ton of money.
And plus, listen, I'm a drunk. I love drinking. Okay, I don't really like smoking weed.
Yeah?
But any day of the week, smoking weed's way better for you.
Yeah.
it's
yeah.
healthier for you. You don't do as much. Like,
Not-
you're not going to go out and drunk drive and kill someone when you're high.
Most people
you don't
say
see-
they drive way better high than they do sober. And,
I mean,
and
for me, I get high. I can't walk down the stairs sometimes.
not that I smoke weed.
No.
But if I were to drive high, I would probably kill like 3-4 kids walking
but
home
here's the
from school or
thing.
something. But that's just me.
But you
though.
know that. You know
And
what
I
mean?
don't do it. But so even not that I smoke weed.
Even if you're drunk and you're like, I can't drive right now, there's a chance you might just drive.
Yeah.
If you're high and you're like, I can't drive right now, you're going to go, yeah, I'm just going to sit on the couch and order Domino's. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and fall asleep and then wake up like 3 hours later, like, all right, I need to get home somehow.
Like, how many dudes beat their wives when they're wasted? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ain't no high dude beating their wife.
No.
No
They can't
way.
even lift fit. Nobody's fighting high. They're like, oh no, babe, I ain't gonna beat you tonight. My arm doesn't lift good.
It's
gonna
just
mess
so
up my
dumb that
high.
people are so against weed, and then they can just slam back a fucking vodka martini.
And it's
no big
mostly
deal.
the old people though too.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
It's not like because weed isn't like it used to be. There's different strands and stuff. Like there's one
It's fucking crazy.
that I
now,
heard
dude.
about. It's called green crack. It green crack. Yeah.
Got crack in the name.
My buddy, my buddy in California just had that. We were playing video games last
Yeah.
night. He's like, dude, I'm smoking this green crack right now. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, when did you start doing crack? He's like, no. Weed. I was like, oh, okay.
Well, we already had him on, and he's well, it's just straight up legal in California, anyways. But
Yeah.
you still need to have a card, don't you? Right? Didn't he have a card or something when he came over here? Because he came over with a bunch of goodies. Not that I smoke weed, but he came over with some stuff.
Yeah, but no, I think you just walk in and buy it. I think it's you have to be 21 probably, right?
Yeah, I mean
Is
that's
there
what
a
yeah, 'cause that's what they do for cigarettes now in Jersey. I don't know, but I don't know. What the
But
rest of the
sorry, Joe, we could go on with the green crack.
No.
This is fine. Is that it?
No. Yeah. No, but yeah, green crack. It's not like it doesn't make you unproductive anymore. It just makes you up. It gives you euphoria and it makes you hyper. It makes you think better. It's just all
Right.
that good stuff. So it's not like it used to be anymore. You just sit and do. You're just non-productive. That's why I hate it because I didn't want to sit there and just be like non-productive.
Yeah.
Do something myself. So. But it's different now. So
When I smoke
Not
weed,
that I
I'm very
would smoke,
unproductive.
I'd assume.
Actually, I'm the first person to get high on this podcast, and it was a couple weeks ago. And
No, dude, that's not true. Fucking, the people we've had multiple people on here with medical cards.
oh, well, those people, yeah. But I remember being so high, and I literally felt like if I let go of these arms of this chair, I was just gonna go.
He actually said that exact thing. He was like, dude, it's like, if I let go of this chair, I'm just gonna be up there, bro. And I'm like, how much longer is this podcast going?
Here's my thing: I don't smoke ever, so like the one time I do, and I always go overboard because I'm fucking hammered,
Yeah.
and I'm in a whole different fucking place, man.
Yeah.
It's fucking funny to see. Sometimes.
Yeah, we had to do that
Those
morning
guys
after
just-
pill right after an episode we did, and there was like people over, and you were just destroyed.
Yeah.
I think it was the morning after pill where we had to play all the songs, so we didn't really have to
Yeah.
talk too much. Because every 10 episodes, we play all the songs of the guest. We make it like the intro song you heard. We'll have them like just say or do. We literally like talk, sing, rap, whatever they want to do. Just like 2 or 3 takes of it, and then I just mix it all together and make it funny. And sometimes, there might be a lot of people who don't get to the end of the podcast episode a lot of the time. You know what I mean? Because we have 3-hour episodes, sometimes longer if things get weird. So every 10 episodes on the morning after pill, which is just me and him, it's like our one during the week that we just release. It's just me and him bullshit, whatever. We will play all 10 songs just so people can hear him or whatever. So it was one of those episodes, and he was just fucking hammered and ripped. And out of 100% of the things he said, 70% of them were audible. We're like able to be heard and like understood. Like but it was really funny though. Yeah. It was really funny. So it was
I think
one of those.
I walked up here with my pen and my mug of vodka, and I was like, "Oh, competition." And they're like,
And nobody wanted to be competitive. It was just all on his own.
"They're like, you're in a competition? Like with what?" I was like, "Vodka and a pen." I was you, and I just started drinking and fucking drawing. and no one won.
What about
No one won. I definitely didn't. Like, my girlfriend did not win. She had to deal with that.
That was good before, and your girlfriend was like, "Oh, let the guy watch a Jets game." And then she started saying more, and she's like, "Yeah, and he's just so drunk when I come home." I'm like, here it comes.
There it is.
Trying to make it seem like you're thinking about your boyfriend wants to watch a Jets game. If the Jets were competitive and he wanted to watch the Jets, he would tell me to fuck off, and we would have to do podcasts later. It's not about him. This is about you, because she's like, and she's also, I come home and he's hammered and he's passed out. There's dog piss and the animals aren't fed. I'm like, I knew it was about you. I knew it.
exactly? That's not
The fucking dog. I didn't want the dog. I always
Want to
tell her
make her
that too, and
happy.
she gets so mad. She's like, "You love the dog." I'm like, "I didn't want him, no. I didn't want him."
He's pretty good now, though, for
He's
the most
getting
part.
better.
He graduated some kind of thing, right?
Yeah, he's still a dick. You know, I need to pull out. So I used to live in this 1-bedroom apartment. I had a drone, so I would fly the drone around. I got pretty good at it, so I would like follow my girlfriend to bed with a drone. She didn't like that, but it was
used to have
funny.
to deal with that too.
Let's go to bed.
What?
No, flying the drone. But now I have like this wide open like front area, dude. I gotta start flying that drone, dude. That shit was fun in the
It's the
house.
same drone you guys got from 7-Eleven?
No, my dog ate that one.
So you got a new drone.
I got a new drone, yeah. You ever flown a drone?
Yeah, I need to get another one.
They're fucking hard.
Yeah.
I mean, you get used to it, but like,
I got to the point where it got annoying. I was like, fuck, why can't I get you right?
yeah. But once you do, like, I literally had down, like, I would follow her through the hallway, through the bathroom, through the bedroom, and just follow her while she's trying to go to bed. And she's like, "I'm trying to go to bed," and you just hear, and the dog's jumping at it.
I have no idea why your girlfriend is with me. And now they share a mortgage, so she's fucked. Do you honestly have no idea how long you guys have been dating? I always say like 5 or 6 years.
5 years, I think. So we've been here for a year. We were in the apartment for 3. Yeah, like 5 years. You were still with that
Name we shall not speak.
Voldemort.
Voldemort.
Yeah. That's why I called his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah. Is she that bad?
Oh, dude.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. She. Well, here's the thing. It's plain and simple. We were not happy together, and but we just tried to stick it out for like another 2 years, and it was like actually like 2.5 years really. Because after the first year is really when things start going downhill. But like instead of just realizing that it's not going to work, you're like, you just go down this road where you're like, we're going to fix this. And then like 2-3 years goes by and you're like, this is never going to be fixed. And that's exactly what happened. So I don't, whatever. I know I'm not going to, I mean, we make jokes about it all the time if I'm not going to stop doing that, but I don't have any bad feelings towards her or anything.
Well,
She
But-
probably hates you.
Well, how much does she hate me? Because she's currently dating the neighbor who lives 10 feet away from me. So.
Yeah.
well, she likes me, but I fuck hate that bitch. So I don't know why she liked me.
That's true. I remember you told me when she like tried to add you on Facebook, and you were like, "Dude," and I was like, "Come on, man, just deny the friend request to move on."
Yeah,
Don't be a
I
dick."
was gonna go off on her, and I didn't.
Yeah, because that's the point you get to, because like it's so easy for your friends to cause problems for you.
That's true.
You know, like when we broke up, it was like emotionally I was okay within like 24 hours. I was like, then I started to realize like, oh my god, like I could just be myself again. You know what I mean? Like
You like
get
pop
to that
out of that hole, like
yeah.
air, sunlight.
Yeah, so like it was that easy. 'Cause, like it's, and I'm sure she felt the same way. You know what I mean?
Juice.
So, but then to like have your friends like want to start like fucking talking shit to her, so you're like, stop, dude. No, I just get out of that. Don't get me back in it, dude. She's gonna message me and she's gonna get mad at me because you're being a dick. Which it makes sense why you're doing it, and it's funny, and you probably should do it, but you shouldn't. It's going to create problems for me. So
It's
just
like
don't.
when I tried to D's nuts your mom on Facebook.
You got to stop doing that. Dude, he does it like once a week. And my mom's been on social media for years, and she still doesn't get it. So like every now she's like posting weird things, and she's like, "Oh, I just
here's the
shared
thing.
this thing," or
I always put like, "Oh, who's D?" or like, "All right," I'm like the last one.
let's take a shot, gentlemen. While you're,
I forget what the post was,
we've had one port. I feel like,
but I remember saying my
you go,
line was, "Oh, I've been engaged to D for." you know, for how many months or whatever. And she didn't respond, which, you know, that's smart on her. But the first time I had her, I think I still have the photo. I said something like, "Oh, who's D?" And she's like, "No." I said something, and she's like, "Oh, who's D?" I was like, "Oh, I got her." Oh my God, I got her.
And he sent the picture of it to me, and he was like, "Should I do it?" And I was like, "No, you shouldn't. D's nuts my mom, you asshole. She's gonna fucking kill the both of us." Because my mom already barely likes him. You know what I mean? But she's like, "Fuck, it's been his best friend since fucking high school," and he's like, he's 31 now, and he ain't going anywhere. I guess I gotta fucking deal with him.
This is a funny story, but it was about 4 years ago. She would have been over it by now, and it would have been way worth it. I'm just saying.
You try to read D's nuts her like 2 weeks ago,
but she's never responded, so I can't actually get her again.
Yeah, thank
I had
God.
her. I had her. She was on the hook. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I could have started reeling in.
It's
You know,
not.
I had a guy with a net. You know,
The ramifications of you successfully D's nutsing my mom is not worth it, man. You need to stop. Although talking about it's fucking hilarious right now. So,
cheers, boys.
yeah, we're gonna fucking spill shit.
Do you think your dad would get mad over that?
He would laugh his ass off. My dad's an avid listener. He listens to every single fucking episode of the podcast. So say hello to Mr. Haggerty.
Listen,
Hello, Mr. Haggerty.
listen. You know, screw your son. Email me and let me know if I should
Email you?
successfully try and pull this off.
He used to pee on me in high school. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No one peed on anybody. Dude, do you remember when, I don't know if it was like our grade or what. It might have been, what do they call that when the senior class did something like towards the end of the year? And
Senior prank week or something?
No. It was when they took the senior class to like stay overnight at some fucking place, or you went to some like big restaurant and thing after, and like the whole class stayed there, and like it was supposed to be like the last hurrah for the senior.
Yeah, but they canceled that for 2005.
Do you remember when we did something like that, where like our whole class or most of our class was like at some restaurant, and like me and you were playing Tekken or some shit on like this arcade thing? Do you remember that shit at all?
No, because I wasn't allowed to, because I was a bad child.
We were at some like, it wasn't like a Dave and Buster's type of thing, but I can't tell you where we're at. I had to try to figure it out, but it was like me, you, but like a lot of our class was there. I don't know if it was like a certain, I don't know if it was like a class.
It must have been something else, because I remember the one we had. But all right, so 2004, they canceled that because they had a trip to New York. And somebody threw a chair over the ship or something like that, and they had to call.
Oh, that's right. They were on a boat, right?
Yeah,
and it got rowdy.
They had to call something. And then our 2005 class, they had to do it, but it was more like simpler. But I couldn't do it because I forget.
We got in trouble for something.
Yeah, yeah, and I didn't have enough credits, or it was something that I couldn't participate.
Yeah, they were real cunty about it. Like it was really easy to not be allowed to do it. It was called something. What the fuck was it called?
Senior week.
Yeah.
Oh, but something project.
Special.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a planned project.
Vulcan.
Graduate. Just spitting out random shit now.
You mean from Austin Powers? I heard your boss is in the big underground drills, baby. How'd you know that? I didn't. You just told me. Project Graduation.
Yes,
that's what it was called. I don't think it was Project Graduation. I think we might have been in a class together, or like some kind of language class, or some kind of shit where like each and every class of that teacher, because it wasn't the whole senior class or like group. It was. I think it was just some. It was some fucking. We were in some type of like restaurant, but it had fucking some arcade games, but it wasn't like a Dave and Buster's. I think they just had like a little area with a few things, and I'm telling you, we were there. I remember you busting my chops. I think we played Tekken on the arcade thing. I'm telling you, something like this happened. I gotta try and figure it out.
You're just being racist now.
How's Tekken racist to a black guy?
It was probably another black guy. Now you're just being racist.
Exactly.
He was like the only black dude in our school, I think.
That was Trevor Noah. You forgot.
Is there some guy named Trevor Noah who was black in our high school?
Daily Show host.
Oh, that guy. Okay. No, all right, hold on. I think it was like you and Dominique were the only African American people in our school, right?
There was a few, but some of them left. Shout out to Dominique. Dominique's a doctor now.
Nice.
I think I came across her Facebook the other day, and I was like, oh my god, or no, you know what it was? It was the class of 2005 Facebook page.
Yeah.
They were like, hey, what's
Yeah.
going on? I think she was on it, so I was just like, oh, what the hell's she doing?
She's a doctor. He's a realtor. There's all these people with good careers. Then they go us. Podcast.
Well, I didn't post on it. What? What? Hold on, you want me to take the shout out out?
No.
Okay.
No, don't do that. Did you hear me on that? No, okay.
No.
Good.
Yeah, no, it didn't get picked up. You'll just hear us laughing, and it makes it funnier.
Do you guys do you guys remember why they got rid of auto class?
They got rid of that?
Yeah. Maybe
I had it in my senior year.
Oh, maybe that was after you guys then.
Yeah.
Well, you
never
were.
heard that
Because
story?
when I had it, and they had wood shop, and the next door was auto.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
there was nothing wrong
Yeah.
with it.
Well, he was a year behind us, so they might have just did shit after we
Afterwards.
graduated.
Yeah.
So
They got rid of it because some kids tied a chain to a car and then tied it to the teacher's desk.
oh my god.
And the kid driving the car had no idea.
Oh, wow.
So this kid just takes off, and you're in high school, so you're taking off. You know what I mean? Dude, the teacher's desk went flying through the room
Are you really?
yeah,
How do I not remember that?
and out the fucking front door, and like halfway through the parking lot until the guy stopped, and they canceled. It was gone.
Isn't you the same generation that the dead deer
No, that was the year after.
after?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I do recall I was actually like best friends with both Kyle and James, the kids who did it. I actually that picture of the dead deer, like all like bloody on the thing, that was the background of my phone for a while. Just because, like, why not?
Dude, imagine if there was vegans back then. Fucking, that would have been, dude. That school would have
Yeah.
been shut down.
Yeah,
The
it
vegans
was.
would be protesting.
It was so because they talked so much shit. They were caught in like hours, dude. And it was Kyle D and James B. Do you know the last names of Phil? I mean, I don't really give a shit really about saying either of their names, but I guess I just try to be nice because I'm pretty sure they probably both have legitimate careers. Who knows? Who cares? Really? I don't.
One's a CEO.
I mean, I don't have a problem with either of them, but I don't really talk to either of them anymore. But yeah, I mean, back then when they did it, I was like best friends. I was really good friends with like both of them.
they say that too. They say when you hit 30, they say you hit 30 when you have no friends.
That's the thing. I fucking true.
If it wasn't for this podcast, I'd probably hang out with Fudge every once in a while.
Yeah.
That's about it.
It's like just good hand group. He try to keep that.
Yeah, I like
and
4
that's
people
it.
I'd probably hang out with. But the podcast is cool because you're here, so we're hanging out. Like I'm always hanging out with new people, so it's cool.
That's what I like about the podcast. That's why I want to keep it. Just another reason to keep it going is because like just me and you bullshit on the internet here and there about like some nerdy shit or whatever. Then I'm like, dude, come on the fucking podcast,
And that was,
bro.
I was like, Dan Haggerty? Yeah, I'll do it.
His fat fuck, was he all right? Did I beat him in Tekken? Nobody
I
remembers.
also got that. I was like, what? Do you guys know where's Todd Jones these days?
Todd, oh my god, what a date!
I
saw
never
his-
met that kid.
I seen his mom on Facebook the other day. I was like, Jones. And I went on her Facebook because I looked just like him. And I was like, I think that is her. Holy
So you knew Todd Jones, because when I first moved
Todd
here,
Jones? Yo, before.
he lived in Greenbrook Estates, and we'd fucking hang out and skateboard together all the time. We always played music together. I was like 13, 14. That was the first time I ever drank in my life was with Todd Jones. I was like 13, 14. I probably had a total of like a shot or two, but I was like hammered. And I was just in his basement like, you know what I mean? What do I do? So we had a lot of fun together, but overall he was kind of a scumbag. Because like eventually we stopped like hanging out all the time or whatever. Things just happened like that. And then the next time I saw him, I think he was like, oh, I got some leftover equipment, like fucking, you want to buy it? Or I think because I remember just being like, oh yeah, because I think he wanted to sell me something for like $20, $30. And I was like, yeah, I'll come pick it up Saturday or something. I gave him like $20 there. And like, I just never heard from him again. I was just like, oh, wow, so you are truly like a fucking piece of shit.
You're one of those.
So,
Yeah,
I mean-
I don't know. I guess you just embrace that life of not wanting to be shit because I don't know.
yeah,
You're gonna take this out too because this is backstory. But
Oh, no,
yeah,
I'm
I used
not.
to- I used to-
Fuck
like-
taking it out because, like I just said, he fucked me over.
No, not even
when
with-
someone's
not even-
actually a scumbag, I am not. I don't take
Not
it out
even with
because
that,
they
though,
deserve to eventually
But
hear
like,
it.
like I remember, like back in the day, it was like maybe 7th, 8th grade. Like me and Todd, like I never really hung out with kids outside of school, but in school, because I used to live far away. But in school, we were kind of tight. I remember one time, it was we were walking through the hallway, and the girlfriend I had at the time, I'll take names out then. The girlfriend I had at the time was talking shit about how some dude kept messing with her. I was like, all right, I'll take care of it. I was like, all right. So I found the kid and I took him and I shoved him against the locker. And I was like, you talking to such
That's
and
a
such?
great noise, by the way.
Yeah.
I was like, you're picking with her? And the kid just pushed me off like sissy. He's like, hey, get off me, Blackie. And then here comes Taj. I was just like, bam. And he actually picked the kid up and put him on the locker and held him there. I was like, holy shit. That's my boy right there.
Yeah.
And we just fell off. Yeah. He was just letting off anger that he probably had in the house or some shit. But
Yeah, no,
I was like,
we
holy shit.
were really. He was like, he might have been like one of my first like best friends when I moved here or whatever, because I just hung out with him so much. I was over his house like crazy. Well, we just skateboarded like crazy together, whatever. Played music, all that shit.
Dude, what was better than a fight in school? When you heard, oh, so-and-so got in a fight in the hallway after
Or
third
they're
period.
gonna fight this man, then everybody shows up right when they're about to fight. It spread like wildfire, dude. You were in like fifth period, and then somehow, some way, and we barely even had cell phones back then. It was like, oh, so and
Word of mouth, dude.
so is fighting in between fifth and
Put it in
sixth
a
period.
triangle note.
All of a sudden, we were all in the same spot. The entire school was just waiting there, and those two kids were like, "Fuck, man, how are we gonna fight now?"
I remember
Fucking hit me.
we were going to see one fight. So there's these two kids fighting in the pavilion, and we're like, oh, yeah, fucking after school.
Oh, Josh and Jesse.
Yeah, they're like after school in the pavilion, they're fighting. I'm like, this is great. So we're walking. Do you remember that was that path to go to the pavilion right from the front of the school?
Are you talking about the kid we called Detroit?
Yeah,
In middle school?
in high school.
Who's the family who used to own the Valley View, but they closed it down? Their one son, Rich or whatever. He fought this kid, this dude that came from Detroit, and we just nicknamed him that because he came from Detroit.
Yeah.
He was like a ghetto, like I guess Wigger kind of kid or whatever you would describe him as, but he like
It doesn't
somehow
matter who he is.
well,
but
he had a huge problem with or whatever. It's just a fight starts in high school, so huh?
Yeah,
Was that the Detroit kid's name?
I don't remember that kid's name.
Yeah, I definitely don't remember the kid's name either. So even if you knew it, there's no way I'd still.
All I know is we were going to see a fight, and we just walking through a path, and there was a fight. And we're like, oh, double fight.
Oh yeah,
So
so,
we gotta
they were
watch
fighting first before we went to go watch Jesse and Josh. That's how it happened.
Yeah.
Dude, that guy the kid, I think his name was Rich or Rick or something. At his family owned Valley View, whatever. He picked up a fucking log, dude, and just cracked this dude Detroit right in the head. I remember seeing it like.
Yeah, and he shrugged it off. He was like, you a bitch, bro. And he put his backpack on and walked away. Because he fucked the kid up. And then he's like, all right, we're done. I just fucked you up. And he started walking away, and the kid fucking smacked him with a log in the head.
Yeah, it was a cheap shot too. It was like a scum. But the kid who did the guy I'm talking about, the guy Rich or whatever. I think he was like, he really like was one of those tough guys. I think he was real pissed that he didn't do as well as he thought he was gonna in the fight. So he cheap shotted Detroit in the head with a fucking
And dude,
log.
you got to give that guy.
Underestimated.
He got hit in the head with the log, turned around and went, "You're a bitch," and then walked away. Didn't even. That's a dude right there.
Yeah. He didn't give a shit, but he was like, all right, well, good. But that's the thing, though. Like,
mean, it
he was
didn't
all
hurt,
alone. He just moved here from Detroit.
Yeah, I'm sure it fucking killed him the next day. But like, he didn't get knocked down. Yeah, he didn't get knocked down. Like, he took it.
He
He's
got
like-
knocked down, but he like landed on like all fours, I think. Like, he got up after, like.
And then that happened. We're like, all right, cool. Thanks, guys. We're going to the fight we were going to watch.
Yeah,
We went to the
exactly.
next fight.
Yeah, and it was like two of our best friends at the time. Like, it was like, you know, we had a group of friends back then, and two of our good friends, I guess they got mad over some chick or whatever the fuck it was.
Oh, it was the worst fight, too.
Yeah,
I
it
remember
wasn't
they-
good.
They were like trying
Neither
to
of them
punch
did
each
well.
other. Yeah, they're trying to like punch each other, and then like one of the kids like threw a kick or something, and then the other guy who got kicked went, "Well, I thought we said no kicking." I was like, "Come on now."
I remember that. I remember that.
The fight was so bad that two of our friends started wrestling on the side, making fun of him, and we all started watching the wrestling match. And then the fight ended or whatever, and then one kid was like, "So I probably won that, right?" And I was like, "Won that?"
You know what it is? Because like when a fight gets hyped up so much, but like we were all such good friends, I think they just got pissed at each other. It wasn't really that big of a deal, but it became like a big fucking tough.
Yeah,
guy
we
thing.
almost like made them fight after a while because they were pissed, but then we're like, "You guys fight," and they're like, "Yeah, I'll kick his ass."
Yeah.
And then they really didn't want to fight, but we're all like in high school, we're like, "You said you were gonna
Yeah,
do
exactly.
it, dude.
You better give
Fight
us
him,
a
bro."
You better give us a show.
Who was the guy? Wasn't there a fight where
3 minutes like
the
the
guy was
15.
losing? He bit the kid.
Think of Mike Tyson, bro.
No, I know that happened. I swear there was a high school fight where like people were fighting and the kid bit him. Do you
I don't know. I
remember?
wish
That might
I
have been-
remembered if it
that might have been
existed.
after you guys left.
Makes sense.
I have to use the bathroom.
Oh yeah, go
man.
for it. We'll keep rolling.
Podcast bathroom, first
We're out
left.
to the left. We'll keep it rolling.
Watch out
you.
for my giant vicious dog.
Yeah, high school fights were always so fucking ridiculous, man. They really were, because it was just like, it was always something so forced.
Right.
It's like once you said it, you were like, oh no, because like everybody just spreads it like wildfire, and then like before you know it, like I never got into a fight in high school or anything, so I'm not speaking from experience, but I'm just guessing what people felt like. They were probably like, this kid's a fucking faggot, or I'm gonna fucking fight him, and then like also like two people hear that, and then it just starts spreading like wildfire.
Yeah,
And,
it's
like
like a thing.
within 2 periods, like. You're like, man, if anything, I just wanted to fucking punch this dude in the face because he's pissing me off, and now the entire school's sitting here watching. Teachers are about to come up and catch me. Like, this sucks, but like I can't bitch out because I'm going to be known as the bitch for the next like week. You know what I mean? Such a stupid thing.
Yeah, kids are brutal, man.
Yeah,
People are in general.
dude. Remember just being younger and like just having no regard for like even like some of your best friends. You're like, no, we're all just making fun of them. We're gonna do that. We're gonna keep doing that. Like at some point when you get older, you're like, all right, we'll bust each other's balls, but we're not gonna like. We were bad, dude. We would just pick a certain person, and it happened almost there. It happened to me. I don't think it ever happened to you.
Oh, I was too cool for that.
Yeah. It always happened. Like somebody got just straight fucked for like a week straight. You know what I mean? And like to the point where it's just like, no matter how like manly you were or not, you were just like, oh, fucking hate these people. What are you guys doing this to me for? Like that's how it was. Like,
And then if you broke down and let it show, oh, forget it, dude.
yeah, then everybody was so much worse.
That's
like,
what happened. If you broke down, if you didn't pass that rough week,
Yeah,
that week of hell, dude, and you broke down, like, just leave me alone. That's the rest of your life, dude.
yeah,
That whole high school, you were just a bitch.
yeah. But that's the thing. But that you know what it was though. The people who gave it the worst in those scenarios in a group of high school friends never took anything. And I'm pretty sure a name or two are popping up right now.
Yeah, of
Who were
course.
like the exact person.
Well,
we're probably
I'm one of
thinking
them. No one ever really gave me shit.
No. What I'm talking, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you never care about like people giving you shit. What I'm talking
No, of
about
course
is
not.
like
I'm a fat guy with a mullet.
in our group of high school friends, and there's probably two people I can name right after we turn the because we're we still know them or whatever. I'm not going to say names now, but there's probably two people that are popping into my head. Probably same popping up in your head that like. When stuff like that would happen in our group of high school friends where like we would pick on this certain person for whatever fucking reason, they couldn't take anything when it happened to them. A single thing. Like they would be leading the pack.
Sensitive bullies.
Yeah, yeah, dude, that's exactly what it is. Just shit. And we still know these people. Like I'm not going to describe too much characteristics if they listen, but like
Frank. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know anybody.
Johnny. We would actually don't know. Fuck you, John. No, but like that was the thing. Like the people who always led the packs of like shitting on whoever we were joking around with. Because like if it wasn't so bad, like you would have those people like really at the forefront of the pack of like people busting balls, making it way shittier than it was.
Right.
Most people would be like, "Oh, we're just busting your balls for the week," and that's whatever it was, and we'd move on to the next part or whatever. For the most part, it would be a lot of good fun. But you had those couple people that just like went way overboard constantly.
No, he sucks.
Yeah, and like it's just making it so much shittier than it really could have been. But then like if anything came on them, that's when they were like, oh, like they couldn't take a goddamn thing.
Well,
they would try to start a fight with you.
That's why I liked you at first. I remember there was this one time we all met up after school or whatever the fuck around, and we're like, where the fuck is Haggerty at? Where's Fudge? Where Big Fudge at? And as a joke, I went, well, he's fat, so gravity pulls him towards the lowest part of the school. So let's go to the lowest part of the school. And it was right where the playroom was or whatever. And so I said as a joke, what's up?
Hashtag Shots for Likes podcast. Everybody on Joe's Snapchat, listen.
He's plugging it.
Shotsforlikes.podcast.com.
Most likely my niece. Don't see it though.
So as a joke, I'm like, oh, he's going to be at the lowest part of the school because gravity and he's fat. So
It ends even better though.
yeah, I didn't know he was there. I just made a joke and we were like, fuck it, let's see. We get down.
When I was
to
not
the
like there eating like a
auditorium.
bagel or something.
Dude, he was there sitting on the floor eating a Snickers bar next to a candy machine. And we all start dying and you're like, what? I was like, well, dude, I made a joke that you're fat and we couldn't find you. So you would be at the lowest part of the school because of gravity.
Yeah.
And you're eating a candy bar in that exact spot. And
I remember that.
You just laughed. I was like, he gets it.
That was the thing. Oh, yeah, go ahead, Joe.
That's what I grew up with, though. Like, when I used to look at my older brothers, they used to get drunk, play cards, and hike on each other. So that's what I brought to my friendship. And that's just love.
Yeah.
That's not like, I don't know. It's like not like you hug each other. You just fuck with each other.
Yeah.
Shout out
You
to
have
Darrell.
to.
Dude, you were always so funny. Like, anytime, because me and Jack were like best friends in high school. Like, I hung over by him all the time. And anytime me and him, like, went about, we were hanging out in the neighborhood, we would catch you. We'd catch that kid, Chris. I don't remember his last name. But I think it was the guy who, like, claimed that he used to sell drugs to that one middle school teacher or whatever. So that was pretty funny. Do you remember that? Do you remember what I'm talking about at all? I don't remember Chris's last name anyway, but he was like a short, well, not too short, but like really skinny, lanky, blonde-haired kid.
Chris Cabral.
Actually, maybe.
That was my, yeah.
That
That
name
was my
sounds
best friend
familiar.
back in the day.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he claimed that he like sold weed to some middle school teacher or something, and me and Jack started saying it, and then that teacher pulled us into his office, and he was like, "Really, weed, really?" And we were all like, "No, dude, like we caught the information. We're pretty sure you smoke weed, bro." And he sells it to you. Like, so whether it was, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if Chris was making it up. I don't
I
know.
got ice if you need, bud.
Yeah, I don't know, like whatever happened. I mean, it was funny, but yeah, that's what always bothered me back in high school. Like, I think that was the worst thing. Like, if you're gonna dish it, man, and you couldn't take it, that's when it was like, dude, you're a fucking cunt.
Yeah.
But back then, I was always such a bitch. Though, like I always just stopped being a bitch. Like a few years ago, I feel. I feel like at some point you're like, dude, this guy's a dick, but I don't. No, we're cool, man. Whatever. Like now it's like a totally different story. Now it's like when you just get old and grumpy and fatter and shit, you're just like, no, fuck, I don't give a fuck what's about to happen. I'm fucking angry. I'm like, Dad, now you're getting dad anger into the equation. That's like a whole new thing. You know what I mean? So you just stop giving a shit. But back then in high school, I was such a fucking bitch. I just couldn't imagine like how much more I should have just told certain people to be like, no, dude, like you're acting like a bitch because you just made fun of me for like a week straight. Now I'm busting your balls and you're being a pussy about it. Why don't you stop being a fucking pussy, dude?
I thought that was just me because but back in the day I used to love that shit. But like you get old, I was like, why am I such a grumpy old man? And my girlfriend be like, hey, you want pizza? I hate her. That bitch knows I love subs. You know? And I'm like, but
you used to bust on me and Jack all the time, and in like such a funny fucking way, dude. And we probably always crack like some kind of like insensitive black jokes back to you or something. But you were always yeah, exactly. You were like, I'm hanging out with a bunch of racist fat white people. I guess I'll just put up with it. No, but but that was. I mean,
Jack was fat back then. I forget Jack used to be fat.
Yeah, well, you know, Jack lost like 150 pounds or some shit. He's like a skinny motherfucker now.
yeah.
Are you friends with him on Facebook or anything?
No, I think he took me off.
What?
I was like, okay.
Why would Jack hate on you?
Still friends with your sister.
Yeah, it's weird. Why would he? Why?
And your brother-in-law. No, I'm just kidding.
You know, he might have made a new Facebook and just never re-added you or something.
No, honestly, I don't know. But yeah, I seen him on his brother-in-law Jose has a Facebook, and they
Yeah, you guys. I see you guys chat all the time.
Yeah.
Jose's the man. Dude.
Pat Black Magic. Dude.
I'm sure you're both listening, Jack and Jose, but
I was like, oh shit, fucking Jack. All right.
Yeah,
I'm sure
like,
they're
his
both
family
listening.
integrated with
Jose's
mine.
way
I was
cooler.
like, okay.
yeah.
Jose's the man, dude.
Oh, Jose's. I think he's our number one coolest friend, hands down. I mean, he knows magic, and he's willing to just smash beers and throw them on people and shit.
So much charisma.
Yeah. Dude, Jose, you know why? Because Jose's so quiet a lot of the time and shit. And then all of a sudden he just starts talking and you're like, this is the best thing I've ever seen in my life. Dude, we were at the bachelor party, bro. He's always so chill and whatever. And the poor guy's spending so much money in Canada for beer because it's so expensive there. Like a domestic here, it's like fucking, $16 for a 30-pack. He paid like $60 for a 24 case of fucking Bud Light or something. It was fucking straight
insane, yeah.
absolute rape for Americans. When you cross the border, dude, it was ridiculous. But it makes sense that you cross the border, everything's gonna be expensive because they want to try to make some fucking money. But I remember when we were at the Bills game for this bachelor party, out of nowhere, we're all sitting, like, I'm fucking half asleep, like, eating a sausage, like, drinking, like, I'm too old to be doing this. This sucks. Just trying to prepare to, like, go into the Bills game and drink more.
Get that ass to
All
me.
of a sudden, he smashes two beers together, pours them all over himself, and drinks, like, a quarter of it, whatever landed in his mouth. He's like, come on, you fucking puss, let's go! And I'm like, dude, Jose's so much cooler than all of us. What are we doing here? And then, like, when we're walking there, the guy who got married, like one of his best friends was a chick, and she like made it to the game or whatever. And it was a bit. We thought it was beer, and it wasn't. Also, I think she was saying something about like, oh, like I'm really hot, or whatever. She kept complaining or something. So Jose just started fucking throwing water all over her, and we thought it was beer at first. So we were like crying, laughing. It ended up just being water, but either way, it was just like for him to just like blatantly disrespect this really annoying girl. It was a lot of fun.
You know what's funny? So Jack was here 2 days ago, I think. Was
He's back from because he went to
him and his girlfriend live in Georgia. Yeah, they live in Georgia.
They're just up for a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
and so he was up and
making that money. He's always been like an IT dude.
Yeah.
Well, he got me the job I have now. He
been.
got me at my company, and he left. Him and his girlfriend. They flip fucking cars, dude. They make so much money. It's ridiculous.
I see.
It's bullshit. I'm at the point now where I'm like, dude, just give me $2,000, asshole. I know it's not going to bother you at all, and I can use that $2,000. Faggot, like we've been best friends for like 16 years. Give me $2,000, dude.
$6,000 isn't even a shit anymore.
Exactly, but like that's huge for me. Like that's any money, man. It's like you're always living paycheck to paycheck or whatever. You try to save money, but shit comes up. But he's making good money, and I know that's not for him. Like, dude, give me money.
I already had that charger. I was like, holy much shit. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, he's already got rid of that thing. He's on. Well, now he just drives whatever car he wants because he fucking flips them. But.
Dude, but the point of the story is he was here and we were talking about fucking Toflo. And
Toflo and fuckboy.
he's like, dude, Toflo has a new magic trick. Yeah, he learned. So he knows.
That black magic, baby.
He has another fucking magic. I remember what it was. We were fucking hammered, but we gotta get Toflo on to do some more magic.
Yeah, we did that. Well, Jose, I remember when I first met Jose. So it's the first time I met Jose. I actually forget how I met Jose.
Did you know Jose before he started dating Lena and all that shit?
No.
Okay.
I knew of Jose, I think because of Lena, maybe.
I got to take a piss and get some water, so tell the Jose story to keep.
Yeah. Forgive me, Jose. I love you.
AKA half black magic.
Yeah. And I think that the first time I actually hung out with him was because, so I'm a Freemason.
Okay.
Yeah, so we had to get a hotel in a certain area, and he was actually like, he worked there. So he
did security there.
Yeah. So, I mean, I actually got to hang out with him. I was like, who is this guy? I thought he was quiet. You see him on Facebook. He's all, you think, yeah.
He starts quiet. Yeah. He starts quiet. Like, that's what we were saying. Like, first time I met him, too, he was just very upfront, like, straight to the point.
Yeah.
He was in the service. So that's how those people are. They're very to the point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, this, Toflo's the man. And then, like, an hour in, couple beers, he's doing magic tricks and fucking. I'm like, this guy is the man, dude.
Yeah.
And dude,
he's Puerto Rican. It just makes it times 10.
Yeah, dude, it is, bro. And he always like, so like when we were at the bachelor party, like there was fucking, I don't know, like 7 of us, whatever it was. It was all very blurry. But like, when you get like that many people together, like trying to get a decision made is tough, right? Yeah. It's like, oh, should we do this? When do you want to do this? Everyone's like, oh, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. Now fucking Toflo around it.
Yeah, right.
He literally walked in the room. He's like, guys, 20 minutes, round it up. And you better believe in 20 minutes we were ready, dude. And if we weren't, he'd be like, I'm gonna get this motherfucker, dude. And he'd be like, dude, we're leaving without you. I said 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And he's just slamming beers, dude. It's great, man. We had him on the podcast not that long. I got probably like 4 months ago, I think.
Yeah.
But you could tell he was still in it. Like, he didn't come out, like, during the podcast. You know what I mean? Like, he wasn't fully.
Yeah.
He was, but he wasn't fully there. So next time we have him on the podcast, dude, it's going to be no holds bar, I bet.
I'll let go right now if you let go. So I'm still trying to be conservative. I'm a black Republican right now.
I just tell him how Toflo would just be like, 20 minutes, round it up. Like, start hurdling the boys into going to do something.
That's what I love about it, man. Because he just takes charge.
Yeah,
he just doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, we gotta get him back on. I think once Jack's back, I think me and Jack talked about it the other night, but
I always ask him every time he comes back, but it's always like he's like, oh, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it this time, this and that. Because Toflo fucking hit me up on like one of the things he was like, oh, Toflo and fuckboy, it's too. I'm like, I ask Jack every time he comes and visits. So if he's too busy or whatever, that's whatever. But yeah, it would be good to get fucking both of them on, man.
Dude, I felt bad.
I guess it like depends because sometimes I don't know. Whatever Jack's doing, he feels like it's the right decision because he has to stay and work. And I'm pretty sure his girlfriend's probably making him do a bunch of shit too.
Oh, probably.
That's true.
Every girlfriend does.
Yeah, bro. Which
is good.
Yeah, but usually for the most part, like, you know, the broad's really making you do something, and you're actually happy with her. You're looking at her like, I should probably do this.
That video, or like, if you find a perfect girlfriend, it's a lie. She's a dude.
Oh yeah, dude, that's the hot to crazy ratio video. At the end, and he's like, yeah. So my buddy came up. He's like, hey, I found this broad who's above a 9 hot and below a 4 crazy.
That's a unicorn.
So he told me, I was like, wait, hold back. You're telling me you found a chick who's above 9 hot, below a 4 crazy? And he's like, yeah. I was like, that's a dude. Or no, he's like, that's a tranny. You're banging a dude.
I don't think I've ever seen that video. See, I always do the hot to crazy ratio because of How I Met Your Mother.
I don't know which came first, but it's fucking excellent. And then at the end, he's like, if you find one of these and it's not a dude, that's a unicorn. We need to capture her, put her in captation, study her, figure it out, and try and duplicate these people.
Yeah. Try to breed them.
It's so fucking funny, dude.
There's no political correctness on the internet. I'll tell you what.
Internet.
If anything, you know what's funny? Like, I feel like in these, you know, in this time frame of what we're living, like, we're pretty bad compared to the time, like, of what's going on. But then, like, when you really just look at the internet in general, it's like, dude, we're not even that bad.
Yeah.
Like, the internet's fucked, dude. Like, for the most part.
Dude,
We should take a shot.
All right.
That's the sad part. Cause regardless, you're always doing something wrong.
Bro, Joe, lean back. Just pull that mic to you, baby.
Not right.
You don't have to keep, like, breaking your back.
That feels like-
That's why we spent money on these things, so we can look how comfy I look, Joe. I don't have to move, and I love not moving, as we can clearly see.
I still feel like I just want to.
It is weird. Like I said, the first couple times are weird, but you get used to it.
Yeah,
Right.
give a little
Now
tighten
we're-
right here. It's gonna be, I think, for not there,
I see
but
the connect. My brother's a DJ.
that-
I see the connect.
that thing here, where your right hand is, right there. That, yep, exactly. Spin it that way. Now, you might have to use your other hand to hold the metal thing while you spin it, because that'll start spinning. So use one hand to hold that, and then another hand to spin that. See what I'm saying? Like, all right, yeah, you're tight. So I saw the mic was a little loose before, so.
Here he tightened it. Why you gotta yell at the guy?
Like my uncle used to say, tight like a whale's asshole. Watertight.
Whales' assholes are tight?
I don't know.
They gotta be, dude.
If they're
Watertight,
watertight.
You can't have that loose thing fucking.
Yeah, but when you go in the pool, humans swim. When we go in the pool, we don't get water up our ass.
You got that
Whales
tight
don't
asshole. Yeah. That's watertight.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
It's still better with whales though.
Bang! You're banging
They
in the
still
pool.
they still go on different pressures too. So
Yeah, it's true.
That's
Water
true.
can sneak in there.
shout out to that whale.
You ever
fight
bang in a pool or in the water? It's fucking weird, right?
Banging in a pool?
Or like in a lake or whatever.
I get the situations I've done it. I think it's just been awesome because it hasn't been like to the point where
Oh yeah, you're getting laid. I mean,
yeah. But
it's weird.
it's only I think I've literally only done it like twice, maybe. Like I don't think I've done it that many times, anyways. But I mean, in all reality, it's just like you're getting laid, and then like that poor girl is just getting chlorinated water shoved up her vagina. You know, like I don't think it's really
not
that
what
great for
happens.
her.
There's like a suction. You know, once the dick's in there, it sucks around. There's no water in there. You know, it's not like you.
I guess it's true.
It's not like you're banging a cup of ice or a cup of water. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not banging this vodka cup.
This is what happens when a female.
Yeah, well, a lot of people do bang in like jacuzzis and pools or whatever.
Dude, I remember I banged. So have you been to Crystal Springs, Mountain Creek?
Yep.
And that indoor pool has the cave. Have you been there, Joe?
Oh, you banged in that cave?
I did. And here's the funny part about
Was that chick that was hanging out at Ed's, rest in peace?
no.
All right, so that's a different chick.
Yes.
All right.
Different chick. Well, actually, we also. Well, never mind.
Well, we get what you were probably about to say.
So me and this broad banged.
I don't
in this
remember that
cave.
girl's name. Do you?
I do, yeah. She's actually, she's a cool chick. But anyway, so we're banging in this cave, right? We're like, this is great. There's no one here. No one can see us. We're in a cave. Let's bang, right? So we're done. Whatever. A couple weeks go by, and I remember hanging out with my buddy Jeff, and his friend works at Kites or Crystal Springs or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I worked there once before.
So I mentioned to him, I was like, oh yeah, dude, me and this broad banged in that cave. And the kid just starts laughing. I'm like, what? What's so funny? He's like, dude, there's cameras in those caves. Like, we see people bang all the time. I was like, did you see me banging? He's like, no, give me the date, though. I'll get it.
You want the tape? I'll get it to you, bud. I'll throw it on a flash drive.
But how funny,
Pornhub for
is that, dude? He's like, yeah, people banging there all the time. It's a public pool.
But chicks like that. Some chicks are into that. Even
No,
like,
I understand that, but just,
like the whole thing of getting caught, or even if like somebody else might be watching or something.
but it's just
they-
funny in the moment. You're like, oh, I'm in a cave. The lifeguard can't see me. But why
Yeah.
would you not think there's cameras in there? There's cameras all around the whole place. Why would they be in the cave?
I'll tell you what though, unless the girlfriend that you're banging is like on birth control or something like that, it's not the funnest thing for you because like how you gonna cut like what is she gonna jerk you off underwater? That ain't gonna work. no matter whether she's going dry or you know because there's two ways to jerk a penis off. Have we ever
I
described
didn't
this?
know there was only two ways.
I was thinking that. Wait.
Oh wait,
Well, you go
before we
dry.
talk about you jerking off.
I'm not specifying the way I
let's
jerk
do it.
off. I'm just,
Well, there's only two ways.
this is
so
a solid conversation.
you
for
said
the
there's only
podcast.
two ways, so one of them is the way you're doing it.
All right, well, let's get some vodka or well, you know, rum and me, but
All right. So explain the ways of jerking off to the people, Fudge.
not a problem. I do not have a problem specifying. There's two ways. You going dry or wet. Okay? Wet's pretty obvious. You got some lube or some spit, or maybe you were just
You never go spit.
Spit can work, but it goes away eventually. it can be kind of fucked.
It's very quick.
But it depends though if the girl, you know, because if the girl's using her mouth, you know.
Oh, we're talking
they
about
can be-
girl jerking? Wait a second. I thought this was a solo project.
Well,
talking
it's either
partners or-
it's either way. It's either way.
okay.
Whether you're a dry or a wet guy. I mean, it's pretty simple. The wet guy, it's pretty simple. You're using some type of lube or lotion or whatever you want to do.
Jergens.
And then there's the dry way where you're just moving the skin of your penis
Just
up and
pull
down.
rope.
Yeah, just over the head. Now I don't know
For the
if people that are
circumcised
well, that's the thing. I don't think the people that are uncircumcised that
Uncircumcised,
this
sorry.
works better or worse for.
Send us an email. Let us know.
If you're uncircumcised,
Shotsforlikes at Yahoo.
I would guess if you're uncircumcised, you definitely go dry because you have all that extra skin to rub against the head of your penis. You know what I mean? Okay, so if you're a dry guy.
Okay.
And you're, well, actually, if anything, the dry would be the only way it would work. Because if you're a wet guy, then it's not going to work in the pool.
No.
Right.
You know, if you're a dry guy, then the chick's, you know. But the whole thing is like, you got to bust this
Bitch
nut
needs to do her job. No.
inside her.
Sorry.
You're
I'm
gonna
just kidding.
If you're banging in like
me,
the little cave or whatever, you got she's got to be on birth control so you can nut in her, and then she can just like give it a second or two, and let it float out, and let's move on, and then everybody moves on.
What you're
with their life.
saying is accurate if you're in a lake or an ocean or something. If you're in that cave, there's a little ledge. You stand up on the ledge. She washes.
Standing up on that ledge is not going to be comfy, and it's going to be clear that your dick's out.
That's what happened. Yeah.
He's not.
Oh, so you specifically stood up on
You
the ledge
stand
and
on a stool and you go, and then she washes her hair in the water.
on her hair.
Well, wherever it lands,
All right, so
it's all over the place, man. It's a mess. I
want to get out of there.
I stay hydrated, dude. It's everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
So you must be a dry guy if you pulled off fucking standing on a stool, coming on her hair, and letting her go underwater and washed it off.
Wherever it landed, face, tits, it's everywhere, man.
Yeah.
What is that one thing that you put the water on and squirts everywhere?
Oh, there's like a sprinkler?
I was like that.
You could call me that.
What? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. You fill it up and it shoots all over the place shooting water. So we gotta find a
what
name
it
that
is,
could be your new nickname for a little bit.
I'm telling you, you ever came dehydrated and then came fucking when you're fully hydrated? Big difference.
I think there's a big difference between
Well, times when it's happening, but
coming while either drunk or sober versus not that I smoke weed being baked.
you're saying the amount and the spread?
Yep. Notice the difference. Figure out what's going on with your pen.
Study.
Yeah, and
I'll do a study. We'll do a little. We were talking about high school. We'll do a little science project.
Yeah.
So we're all
It
going
ain't
to
gonna
jerk
be
off.
all
Not
the
together.
styrofoam balls on a hanger spinning in some circle. Big yellow one's the sun. Right? We're not doing that. Thank you, Brian Regan, for the joke. I can't completely steal it.
God.
Yeah, it's
I think we took the turn.
we haven't taken a turn in a while.
So Joe, we have this thing called the turn on this podcast. And when you start listening, you're like, oh, these guys are funny. They're fucking around. They're drinking. And then it gets to a point where it goes, oh.
Way overboard. Yeah, us all sitting here talking
We went
about
from like high school stories to jerking off and
in a
science
pool
projects.
specifically. In a pool specifically.
That's the turn.
Well, I've never jerked off in a pool though. See, that's the thing.
Well, a
We're talking-
body of water.
See, I see that. Well, here's what I'm saying.
I'm not talking about bathtub.
but I'm comparing to your situation. I mean, I'm guessing whoever you had sex with in there, that it wasn't on birth control, or you weren't leaving it in her.
Definitely
so
not,
you had
yes.
to stand on some stool and just. Hey, I gotta bend over in this cove. Don't move.
You've been there. The stool's underwater, so it was probably up to my fucking knees. The water.
Yeah, but you had room to stand up.
Dude, I'm like fucking 5'1".
So you just
No,
stood
I'm
up.
a little bit taller, but I'm fucking short is the joke.
You stood up and had your hand in the thing and just like fucking let her have it. I guess.
Blasted
Huh?
rope, man.
My little nerd ass. Really? You're not that tall. You're
Blast-
lying. Sorry.
You must be taller than that. What do you think about blasted rope? As that's a solid Urban Dictionary definition we read off. That just means jerking off, man.
Yeah.
Blasting rope. It's not bad.
Blasting rope.
Blasting rope.
You have a good Urban Dictionary, Joe?
No.
No.
We get you Google one though.
That stuff doesn't get you money.
That stuff. No, man, I ain't making any money off that motherfucker. I ain't doing that. Looking up Urban Dictionary
If
shit.
you brought my niece on here, she'd probably tell you. You don't know how out of touch you are with society. As you know, the
An
younger
older person, yeah.
generation.
Yeah.
Like they are. Like
Who knows what they're thinking? Dude, as
I remember
younger-
my niece told me, she was like, "Hey, Facebook's for old people." I was like, "What? What?"
It's true, though, now.
Yeah, I was like, I thought that was for the cool, you know. I thought we're in the technology phase. No, that's for old people. Okay.
So what's cool? Instagram, right?
Instagram,
The IG, Twitter.
Twitter, and some other
Snapchat.
shit that we don't know about. And then
There's a Facebook we don't know about.
yeah, and then there's Finsta. Finsta is when you make a fake Instagram profile. I did not know that.
Finsta. Finstagram.
Finstagram. I'm telling you. There's a
And what
Finstagram.
do you do? Like it's still like you, but you're not
Finstagram-
using the same name. and shit?
Instagram is where you can be yourself on Instagram. So Instagram, you'll post like all the good stuff, you know. I went to Bali, blah blah.
Well, see, on Instagram,
in
mine's
Finsta-
private, and I actually am myself on Instagram.
Yeah?
So there's certain people
Well,
that
that's
add me,
what I'm
like
saying.
family members and shit. I deny them because
know what's
Instagram
funny,
is where
though?
I have fun.
Now you mention it, I know people on Instagram that I'm friends with that have their account and they show their like family photo or their Christmas photo.
Exactly.
And then they also have another account where they're like just chugging wine.
Yeah, or just being a
Broads.
jerk. I remember I had it when I first started real estate. I had a friend who told me that she has two different Facebook profiles. One she uses for promoting herself, and the other one she uses for being her.
Herself. That's
Her
it's kind of
lesbian
smart though.
self.
It makes sense if you have like a legit job where you can't be like if you ever see me on Instagram, I'm always wasted. I'm like chugging shit. There's something dumb going on.
Yeah.
Like luckily I'm a cook. So they all know I'm an asshole. So I get away with it. You know what I mean? But like yeah, if you have like a big corporate job, like I get it. You need that fake account because you can get fired.
How
for everything.
ridiculous is that? That like they I get it. Like if you're on an interview and they Google you and everything that comes up is just like you like doing drugs on the internet. Like if you're an idiot, then I get it. But like if you like bullshit or joke around on the internet and like and
You're
they
like
hold it
holding a
against you-
gun, snorting some coke. That was not me, sir.
Just a Tuesday.
How crazy is it though that like that like is held against you now? You know what I mean?
Just
Yeah,
a Tuesday.
very, very much so. And I can understand if it was like, I can understand if it was just our generation, because our generation plans to understand one another, but it's also the upper generation and lower generation,
Right.
And those are the ones that dilute the water, I guess you could say. So
Yeah, but even said though, or even saying that though, our generation is still like they're the ones that are like so hardcore about they're the ones that are bitching so much to causing the older generation to be like, we can't hire you because too many people have complained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of something you posted on the internet. Like, that's what I'm, you know what I mean? Like, our generation, the millennials, are the ones that are being such cunts that it's causing the older generations, like the people that are our parents' age or the people that are our managers or whatever, to be like, oh, we can't hire this person because everybody else that's the same age as the person we're trying to hire is going to be a cunt about it.
Because of what social media says. That's why so many football players are getting fired now.
Yeah.
Because of social
Stay
media.
the fuck off, man. It's,
Well, I mean-
it's sad. It's so dumb.
I mean, it's good, but it's bad. I mean, you can't beat the shit out your wife or beat the shit out of somebody and be like, hey, still get a job.
Yeah.
No, I understand that.
Kareem Hunt.
I didn't mean
If you're
to take
talking
that
about
from him,
Kareem
sorry.
Hunt, Kareem Hunt's definitely fucking getting a job the second he's off the fucking
He's a free
exempt
agent.
list.
He's a free agent this year.
Yeah, but he's still in the exempt list, I think. Like he can't do shit right now. He's on like what? There's a name for that list for the commissioner. Like the it's it's like the shit list for the commissioner. Like when you're on that, you can't do shit. Because I remember seeing it on fantasy football, and I looked at Kareem Hunt. It's like Kareem Hunt is a free agent, and he is being looked at, but he's still on the commissioner's exempt list where he can't show up to any type of practice or whatever or game.
Well, they didn't come out with a suspension for him yet, right?
They didn't yet, but when you're on that list,
Yeah.
when it's waiting to decide what they're going to do to you, he's going to serve a whatever game suspension. Someone's going to sign him. He's an amazing player, and he's going to move on. You know, he's been told. Fucking Ken said it best, dude.
He made his team. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I was just saying, like, it's these athletes, man, like, and depending on wherever they're coming from or whatever, like, some of these athletes, they're in, like, a shitty, broken home, or they're in, like, a shitty situation where they're not living the greatest life, but they're fucking athletes, and they're able to make something of themselves, but depending on their upbringing or the mistakes they're making, they're told their whole life, no, you're good. Like, you keep running that ball, we'll hide this, we'll throw it under a rug for you, and then all of a sudden it's like,
That's very true.
well, now I'm on the Kansas City Chiefs.
Now all of a sudden it's bad.
Yeah, and this shit happened at the beginning of the year of him kicking that broad like 2 or 3 times or whatever.
And then it's always, oh, well, we didn't see the video until now. So.
Yeah. Well, at least the Chiefs immediately were like, you know what, we got to do the right thing. That's it. He's not on our team anymore.
Unless you take a knee.
Then you start upsetting white people, and then all of a sudden,
I was going to drop Mike, but it's hooked to a spring.
Yeah. Just keep screwing it the one way. It'll drop.
They do cost some money though, Joe. So don't drop him too hard. At least catch it when you drop it. You know.
That's
but
crazy, though. Like, you know,
I mean, think about that. Like, you only know what you were taught growing up. You know what I mean?
It just sucks to me. I think I brought this up before, and it makes me sound awful. But I'll say it again.
Yeah, fuck it.
If you're gonna beat your girlfriend, and I'm not saying you should,
I can understand why this sounds awful.
it does. It does. It makes me look like an asshole, but whatever. Don't do it during the Super Bowl run. You can't wait a couple
Well,
months.
this wasn't his girlfriend, dude.
Well, whoever she was.
It was. Well, here's the deal. I'll tell you the story. And this was in the beginning of the year. This was before this season even started.
Right.
Way before. Kareem Hunt was actually with his girlfriend and like a few of his buddies.
Right.
They were at some hotel or whatever, and like it was like some 19-year-old girl and one of her friends or whatever. Like, I guess they were all at some club. Maybe they were trying to hook up with his friends or whatever. You know, whatever. Dude, 19 is young. That's like the new 14.
Very young.
That's like nothing nowadays. Like, you really don't know anything at 19.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Besides, like,
I don't know shit now, and I'm 30.
Yeah, exactly. So they're there, and I don't know how true this part of it is, but this is the stories I've seen. I saw the interview tapes that TZ posted, like of the girl and Kareem Hunt's friend.
Right.
And you could see the video of her antagonizing the shit out of him. Now, don't get me wrong. He still made mistakes, and he did something that was very wrong, and he deserves his punishment. That's fine. My argument that I made on this podcast before that I will continue to make, and I'm going to have to repeat this when Joe comes back because he needs the fucking... I want to hear his take on it, too.
He's getting attacked by my dog right now.
All right, Joe. I want to like just repeat what I just said it because I want to hear your take on it. So we're talking about Kareem Hunt, the running back of the Chiefs, who fucking was caught on tape like kicking that girl like 2 times or whatever. Yeah. Okay, so here's the deal. Here's what I'm talking about. I'm explaining the story to Keith because I don't think he knew the whole thing. I'll explain it to you, and I want to hear from you like what you think about it as well. So Kareem Hunt. So it's caught on tape. Him like physically, you know, he throws his one buddy into her And then when she's on the ground, he kicks her.
Yeah.
So he deserves getting kicked off the Chiefs. That's fine.
You never kick a guy on
can't
the
do
ground. If you fuck someone up and he's on the ground, you walk away.
I don't.
Yeah,
saying.
and that's that. But well, here's the deal.
Well, keep
so
going, yeah.
it's Kareem Hunt, his girlfriend, and a few of his buddies. Then it's the chick that gets kicked or whatever. It's like some 19-year-old white chick, and I say white chick. You'll know why later when I fill in more of the story, and like her friend or whatever. So you see in the video in the beginning, this 19-year-old white chick antagonizing Kareem Hunt, saying shit when like one of Kareem Hunt's friends is in front of her, and like Kareem Hunt's girlfriend I think is in front of him or whatever. Now apparently, as the story goes, because I watched the interviews with the cops because TMZ released that shit too, that she obviously didn't admit this, but Kareem Hunt's buddy was saying this. Kareem Hunt's buddy was like, dude, she was sitting there yelling at Kareem, calling him the N-word over and over.
Yeah.
And shit like that. So, like, no shit when you're sitting there, some 19-year-old cunt calling some black guy an N-word over and over. No shit, you're going to get mad. Like, why doesn't she get in trouble is what I'm saying. Like, he deserves his punishment. He fucking attacked a woman. He physically fucking hurt her.
I'm surprised his
Here's the
girlfriend
trouble.
wasn't like, all right, let's do this. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no.
Yeah, honestly,
chicks
she
are
should've
always-
jumped in and been like, "I'll stick up for my man and beat his ass."
Well, you
beat
know,
her ass
his
for him.
His
is what
girlfriend
she
was
should've
probably
done.
thinking smart, was like, yo, Kareem, your career
It's
just
also
started. You're
true.
about to make millions and millions and millions of dollars. We're going to be set.
I understand
Fuck
that,
this
but-
stupid bitch.
but-
She was playing it smart, dude. She
But-
was trying to.
Unless alcohol was involved, because if you saw the start of the whole video, you could just see her antagonizing and yelling and saying all this stuff, and you just tell that she's building up the momentum for him to be just like, F it, F it, F it.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not even the fact that he actually, because I don't even think he actually hit her. I think that he was trying to cause intent.
He pushed
And I
his
think
buddy
that was
into
it.
her.
Yeah.
And then he
she
kicked her
fell.
while she was on the ground.
Yeah.
See, he should have just pushed his buddy like really hard into her. To
That's
still
exactly
fuck her
what
up,
he did.
But then not kick her, he'd probably be okay.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, I just pushed him. I don't know. What
I think it
happened.
was the intent. That's what they're.
Well, here's the deal, man. Like any human
this
being.
happened in February.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
And you
Any
think
ma-
that they didn't see that before then? They're the NFL. Come on.
any man or woman, like if you keep antagonizing them like that, like of course they're gonna like that. It's he made a big mistake and he got the punishment he deserved. He still has a whole nother punishment to serve. Like he got removed from the Chiefs in the middle of them doing a great job. Whatever, that's all fine.
He was making the team.
Yeah.
He was making.
Yeah, no, he was. He was.
Yeah.
He
and
really.
you know what? He's still gonna get a big contract this year, though.
No, he is. And
You think?
I think so. Yeah.
but here's the deal. It goes back to the fact that like you're
Just because
fucking.
he's so young, he's not like Ray Rice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When Ray Rice was like out of his prime, but he was still good. People are like, you know what? He's not good enough for the.
That's the
he's
NFL,
good.
dude. That's the
Don't put him in
NFL.
second.
Is it
round
worth
pick
the
for,
risk?
Is it worth all
take-
the
you-
media and all the fucking distraction that's going to come?
You
with
take a
someone?
knee, you can't be on our team, and now we're going to use the excuse 2 years later that you're out of shape and you can't play. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But you're like, she lived after you beat her, right? You're
that's
still. And
one
how
thing.
young are you?
And that's one thing I say thank you, Trump, because most likely he'll do something that make us all forget about it.
Yeah, exactly, right? I think it's bullshit that fucking when in Bill Burr's skit where he's like, there's even 2 minutes for antagonizing or whatever, right? And the fucking but that's like, why doesn't that 19-year-old girl snuck into some club, was drinking underage all fucking night, then she goes and follows Kareem Hunt in her buddy's home or to the hotel or wherever the fuck they were staying, and she starts sitting there and just yelling racial slurs at the guy and shit. And it
'cause
gets
she
him to
can't-
that point.
because she can't get in or something like that, and you don't hear that story. You just hear.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I mean, like, I don't know for sure if his buddy in the cop interview that was taped and the TMZ ended up getting it and releasing it. You can find it on YouTube. It's very easy to watch. He was like, dude, she was sitting there. She was calling the N-word over and over, freaking out, screaming. She's drunk. She's 19. She was in this club where she shouldn't have been. She snuck in. This and that.
Right.
It's like, why doesn't she suffer it? Or why doesn't she have any fucking consequences to her actions?
Right. It's not like fucking who's the guy he was on the Cowboys and the Panthers. He's an MMA fighter now. We were just talking about.
Oh, Hardy. Greg Hardy.
It's not like Greg Hardy where he just was, going to town on the bitch. You
Yeah,
know?
well, no, that's
you know what I mean? Like it's
and,
a
and,
different,
and the
it's a
same
different
MMA
case.
fighter that porn star Christy Mack,
Yeah.
where like her MMA boyfriend or whatever like almost beat her literally to death.
Right.
You said that's fucking terrible shit, man. Like you see,
That's where.
but that's
It's a different story.
exactly. But you're
Yeah.
right though, and I agree with you, man. Like that is just a shitty, violent man who's just a piece of shit. It's just like, what? You got a fucking Facebook message from somebody? I'm gonna beat you until you're just about dead. Like,
you put lumps
versus
in my
someone.
potatoes, bitch.
Yeah, you let the skin on the potato, you cunt. Yeah, versus some underage drunk fucking cunt calling some black guy the fucking N-word over and over. No shit, he should have kicked the shit out of you.
Yeah.
He should have kicked the shit. And that's just what I fucking think. But like, it's bullshit that of course, not all women, but some women take advantage of the fact that a man hitting a woman is so not okay. And it really isn't. And I agree with that. But they take advantage of that. And they do shit like that. And then the guy fucking suffers because they're only human and they were driven to a fucking point like that. And then the fucking, we don't hear anything about that girl. We don't hear what consequences did she get arrested for drinking underage in a club? Did she get arrested for hateful fucking slurs towards an African American, saying the N-word all the time? Like, what the fuck does she get? No, all we hear about is Kareem Hunt. And is he going to be on our fantasy next year? What contract is he getting? When is he off the shit list for the commissioner? It's fucking bullshit.
It's like
plain
reverse
simple.
slut shaming, something like that. You know?
Yeah. Well,
You are a dumb slut if you're underage drunk in a club.
we don't know she's a slut.
She was. I'm pretty,
Whatever she was.
yeah, it was just some dumb drunk broad, probably all pissed that like Kareem
was
Hunt's friends wouldn't fuck
spoiled
them
and
or
upset.
whatever.
Yeah, she was
Well, just
spoiled
like
and
Kareem Hunt was probably fucking walked through. Oh no, you're cool because fucking Tyreek Hill, he got in trouble for beating the shit out of his girlfriend in college. They just walked him on through. You're on the NFL now. All right, cool, because you're the fastest motherfucker in the NFL. You know what I mean? And it's yes, it's wrong. But you almost can't even blame them because that's how they were brought. Like, you only know the way you were brought up. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's. But I'm done ranting. You guys can talk.
Well,
I've been
dude,
going on for a while.
We'll rant more.
What about so we could stick to the same subject, kind of. So, what's that broad that cash me outside? How about
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah, bad baddie, bad
Baddie?
baby.
I salute her.
Danielle
I salute
something?
her. Everybody hates her.
You
but
gotta
I
give her
salute
credit. That bitch made some money.
She
Dude, no,
took-
she tours and shit. She's making music. She's touring.
It's like taking a shit on a toilet and it's being like, oh, I'm gonna fucking market this. And that's what she did. She was on TV because of her mom.
You know her mom's like, slap me right now. We're on camera.
Yeah, right. And I mean, she took that and cause she knows she can't. You heard her lyrics before? She can't rap like that.
Well, that's
Well,
That's-
I mean,
that's
a
the thing.
ghostwriter.
There,
that's the thing. Everybody's going to shows to see her.
That's a ghostwriter though. But I'm saying like because
Yeah.
her lyrics are really good compared to her and her age. So she has a ghostwriter. But the fact that she can, it's like writing songs for somebody who can sing real good. Like you
Right.
can't belch out something real good. So somebody's writing something for her and she's playing it off real good. So I salute to her for that.
no, I have no problem.
Let's see how long it
She
lasts.
brought so much laughs to my life. Just- you know what I'm saying?
Hamada.
But now there's this whole thing. You could find a video. So there's all these even younger and younger broads coming out. They're like 10 and shit, like flashing money and Lamborghinis. Like, but you can't even drive. He's getting mad over here. Dude, there's this
Joe, let the anger out. We want to hear it.
there's this Asian broad, and she's
talking
like,
who's that? I'm sorry, who's that girl who's saying all that dumb shit? She hangs out with that other Instagram girl who's famous. Talking about, so we made it. We done been struggling. Bitch, you're 15.
yeah, what
All right, what the fuck you been struggling?
what'd you struggle on?
off
You
of?
didn't have enough fucking mac and cheese for this?
Yes.
Bitch, you have trouble getting on the school bus?
You got Ninja Turtle mac and cheese
Mama
over
put too
regular
much
mac and
milk in my
cheese?
mac and cheese. Struggling. Now we made it, and they hating. No.
I get whatever mac and cheese I want. Velveeta. Velveeta.
But go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But yeah, they're one of those chicks that were like super young doing that rap thing. Got in like a fight with the Kashman how about that? And there was like a whole video. It's like, who cares? Why are we watching this?
Yeah.
Exactly.
We all actually, I don't think I saw it.
Yeah,
I was
it's
going to
like-
say, you're
it's
watching, you're like, why am I watching? I'm not going to stop it, though.
Dude, it's like this 10-year-old Asian rapper
Seriously.
and Catch Me Outside bitch like fighting. And they're
Yeah, I saw that.
like, yeah, it's like, what?
I actually don't. I don't,
Dude,
I don't
and
think I saw
the
it or heard
best
it.
part is they both have these gigantoid fucking
Security
bodyguards.
guards. But they just sit there and let it
That's
happen because they
just
know
like-
that's how they're going to keep making money and pay them.
Yeah.
So fucking crazy, dude. Do you know who the most how do I say? I'm bad with words. The person who makes the most money on YouTube right now?
Some little kid.
Some little kid. This kid's 3 years old, and his parents have him review toys.
Yeah.
And he's a millionaire.
Really?
Yeah. The highest paid YouTuber right now.
22 million.
He's like a 3 or 4 year old kid, and he they buy him a toy and they videotape him. And he goes, gaga. Do they talk at 3? I don't fucking know.
Do you think? I know you hate kids. You don't ever want kids,
Right.
And Joe, pop in on this. I don't know if you want kids or not, but I want to hear what you guys say. Would you be able to do that to your kid?
Well,
Hell yeah.
to
I'm making that much money.
Expose
It
them
depend-
like that and
it-
just
it-
make them just be some
honestly,
fucking internet
know what?
sensation?
We're on to something, dude.
Yeah.
Your daughter, she's going to be on video.
I don't want to do that to my daughter.
it depends.
I want my daughter to
It
have
does
like,
depend.
grow up fucking, and it's different. Like fucking Charles Only, who came on, our buddy Charles. He had a video of him feeding like green bean like baby food to his kid, and he was singing like, lean on me, but he was singing green on beans. He was singing green on beans, and in his video like got super viral. He was supposed to go on the Rachel Ray show, but his family was moving, so he wasn't able to or whatever. Like he went viral and whatever. Like that isn't like I don't know, just taking advantage of like your
Exploiting
children.
the kid, yeah.
Exploit. That's the word I'm looking for. Exploiting. He's not exploiting his
I'm
children.
good with words. I can help you out.
Yeah, that's the first time you knew a word and I didn't. I think.
Let me know what you're trying to say.
But I wouldn't want to do that to my kid, man. Like I don't give a shit. Like how much money? Like that's
Shit, I might have to call Chris and be like, babe, we got to have a kid. We'll get rid of it in like
let's
10
borrow
years.
Fudge's baby.
Yeah.
I think it depends on the money. How much money are we talking about?
22 million.
Yeah, 22 million.
You're set for life, dude.
They want to have a good childhood.
And that's
honestly.
now.
That's exactly, dude.
they
the
won't-
kid doesn't
they
deserve to be
won't.
exploited like that,
They
man.
won't. Well, they probably won't.
And they might grow up like Michael Jackson. You know? But I mean, it
My
it depends
wishing
on-
tree, laugh and kick and scream.
Under my wishing tree. Laugh and giggle and scream.
You're being ridiculous.
Come along with me. We can laugh like child's on the sea. Poor Michael Jackson, man.
Poor Michael Jackson.
Say, Manny was on last night defending the fuck out of it. You remember how Maddie was getting shit? When I was like, dude, Prince or MJ? He was like, what? What, motherfucker? He's like, motherfucker, how would I talk about Michael? It's before, you punk ass. Like,
He
get all mad at
threatened
me.
to beat the shit out of you like 10 times.
Yeah. Manny loves me, though, so
He's like, you were talking about eating pizza like you were in the beginning
I'm
of
a
the show.
shoot yourself, right? That was his line.
You were like, dude, I ate too much pizza. He's like, I'm about to slap the sauce out of your fucking mouth, bro. I was like, oh, this podcast's getting real, dude.
Oh, that shit was fucking hilarious, man. No, yeah, so what do you guys say? I mean, so you guys are okay? Millions of dollars, fucking exploit the kid?
It depends on how
depends.
much. Yeah, it depends on how much. Because
It depends,
They
you know-
gotta have a good childhood.
You know what the big thing is to me? If they're actually good parents, then it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're making money, but you're actually good parents. You're not just like fucking,
And you're teaching them.
what was that fat broad that was like fucking 4?
You take it too.
I know what you're talking about. She was like the dance reality star, and
Yeah,
her
like-
gigantic mother who lost a bunch of weight was like exploiting the shit
I'm
out
Will
of her.
Vicky. That's the chick you're talking about. I'm sorry.
Lil
Yeah.
Vicky, yeah. That's
No, we
the one.
need your help. We don't remember.
Yeah,
If you know it, say it.
That's the chick.
But yeah, like if you're a good parent and like the video is just what it is, but you're making money and you know it's still cool. Like it's still normal life. You just have a shitload of money now. I'm cool with that.
Yeah. I guess there's a big difference though, because it's like, but I mean, if that money keeps flowing in and like all the parents see is green, like how do you stop? Or
Well, that's
it's
what I
one thing
said,
if you
fair-
make 1 or 2 videos where you make a few mil off of. I think I would be like, okay, like this happened by accident. Great.
No, you keep
Let's
it
stop
going.
this now.
But if they're like, all right, we did the video, get back in the cage, kid.
that's
Here's
wrong.
eat this fucking broccoli, you fucking cunt.
Be alright.
You know what I'm saying? You can't be doing
Niggas get
that.
shot every day, B. You'll be alright.
But if it's like, hey,
Pour
you
yourself
did
a
this
shot,
video,
Joe. Let's
you
get a
know?
shot going there, gentlemen.
I
Huh?
would do shots. How many hours are we in?
Actually, at 2.
Oh, fuck.
I know it goes quick, Joe. You're like, man, I thought I'd hate you 2 by now, but I'm having a good time.
I'm not gonna watch this shit after 3, so it's all good shit.
Dude, it's 4 o'clock.
Yeah, Joe Budden does his podcast for like 2 hours.
Who is Joe? Who?
Yeah, who's Joe Budden?
Joe Budden. You know?
Yo, he just got mad. He just got
Apologize,
triggered.
Joe. They didn't know this.
Joe Button.
You
As if
don't
he was
know
work-
Joe Budden? I'm sorry. You guys grew up with Slipknot and shit, right?
Yeah, I do every
So,
now and then. I do still listen.
Joe
to Slipknot.
Budden, it was a hot rapper back when we were in high school. You know,
Okay.
pump it up.
All right.
Okay, yeah.
And then he lost it, but then he came back with podcasts.
He's
Listen,
fucking funny.
It's dope.
I like it personally.
I listen to a lot of podcasts, so I'm not.
I listen on the way here. I don't listen to music anymore because it's kind of stupid.
Podcasts are great to listen to. I don't listen to music
Seriously.
much.
Well, if you're a big
Yeah,
fan of
man.
hip hop and you have to deal with like the newer like mumble rap now, I can understand because I think it's all garbage.
Like some of them, like there's one or two good rappers in rap, but most of them are just bullshit and dumb shit, and they just say dumb. I can't be serious with that dick in the wall.
Yeah, it's hard to think with a large black cock like that.
Forget
But
the
no,
dick.
no,
Look
no.
at the veins on that thing.
Yeah, right.
The vein alone is bigger than my penis, so
but it's just he is just the most opinionated rapper in our system right now. So he doesn't just talk about rap, but he talks about everything, and you can relate to it. So
yeah, it actually sounds. I like that. I like, especially if like they're by themselves or if they have guests every now and then or whatever. It's nice, like just hearing someone talk and just like actually hearing someone like, yeah, this is how I honestly feel, like because you don't get that anymore.
Yeah.
A lot of times you get the fake shit. You get the like,
Right.
You know, people are like, oh,
let
this
me
is
please
politically incorrect, so I'm not going to go down this road or whatever. It's like it's nice just hearing somebody be like, no, I'm going to talk for like 2 hours and I'm going to tell you how I fucking feel, whether it's politically correct or not. You have to fucking deal with it. I don't give a shit.
Listen or don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can't tell you. I think about all the time. Like I probably won't just because I care way more about this podcast than anything. I think about all the time just being like, dude, just starting my just me by myself and just bitching for like 45 minutes, like a couple times a week. Just like it's the same shit that I guess you know how many other people fucking bitch about or whatever. But
I'll record it, man.
yeah, you give me the engineer guy. You
I
just
got
pop
you.
on every now and then.
yeah, but I mean, it's just one of those podcasts that you actually listen to, and he'll talk about rap, but he'll talk about other stuff, and it's just
Does he shit on mumble rap all the time? I would guess, right?
yeah, of
That's probably yeah. I mean, no,
Nobody.
I agree with him. I think it's bullshit, dude.
I think starting my generation all the way down, nobody likes Rumble Map.
Yeah, dude. If you could send a link to the most shit talking Rumble Map fucking podcast this guy has,
Yeah.
I'll watch a shit out of that. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he record? Does he videotape it too?
I don't.
Does he put it on
Yes, he
YouTube?
does on YouTube. He has YouTube, Spotify.
All right, cool. I'm probably gonna get into it then because I love. I mean, I listen to podcasts like
Yeah,
crazy,
give
so I'll
us-
Yeah, I
definitely check
remember
it
that
out.
you were saying you're trying to find your own. You're trying to find your own playlist to listen to.
With what the podcast? What do you mean? Place for what?
You wanted a playlist
I gotta
of
take a piss.
rappers and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, yeah. Well, that was a while back. I was looking for like some just older, decent gangster rap, like in general, like older, like really good '90s hip hop.
Yeah.
And a lot of stuff I heard, but a lot of stuff I haven't like when Wu-Tang members started to go their separate ways. When GZA put out like Liquid Swords and shit, and that's a fucking pretty killer album. And like a lot of other people like told me a lot of other good shit, but no, yeah. I mean, I'm an album guy. Like
Yeah.
whether it's rap or like, I mean, I listen to everything from like death metal to fucking hip hop to, you know, I listen to all kinds of stuff. You know, and if it's good, that's what I listen to. It doesn't matter necessarily which except like country, I'm not a big fan of at all. Or like, you know, like
one thing I
lots of
can't
like
do.
pop, yeah, country, especially that new age fucking pop country bullshit where it's all just a fad. That makes me, especially being a musician, that makes me more upset than anything. Seeing that garbage horseshit, it's just the same regurgitated lyrics. In my truck and my girl gets me bud and I'm drowning. Yeah, it's like, dude, it gets me so. It's just so fucking bad because it's not about hard work.
Drinking
and
a Budweiser, shooting deer.
You know, my tractor won't start when it's cold
Hoping I'm
outside.
not queer.
Yeah, yeah. It's like the worst fucking thing ever, dude. And but yeah, dude, like there's because nothing beats like old solid fucking rap and hip hop, man. Like and that one like funny interlude.
But not even. I'm sorry, but yeah, it's not even. I like all of it. You know, I like the only thing I couldn't get into is like Slipknot because I can't look up the lyrics at the same time because it's funny. It's funny though how you can listen to Slipknot and know everything they say.
Yeah.
But you can't listen to like rap or reggae. Listen to everything they say. If you're not used to it, it's funny. If you're not used to it, you can't understand what they're saying at the time, and you have to like look it up. At least I do.
I
have to look it up. Like
understand
reggae,
rap. I understand
I have to look
rappers.
up reggae.
Oh yeah, I understand rappers way more than a lot of metal. A lot of the time, for me, when it comes to metal and stuff where like the vocalist is screaming, I pay attention way more to instrumentals than the vocals themselves. And the vocalist is really good. Like there are certain bands where you can, even if they're screaming, you can understand the lyrics much better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I see what you're saying.
Like Hatebreed.
Yeah.
oh my friend, Family forever. I've never liked Hatebreed.
What is that? I was listening today. Other day I was listening to it was a Chop Suey.
Oh yeah, wake up. Wake up.
I had to look that shit up. I was like, what the fuck is it?
Yeah, but that's a great song though. And that's a really
what I'm
great
saying,
album too.
But you don't know that until you look it up.
Yeah.
Have you ever
Like,
seen?
I'm on the side. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
on the side. But I was like, what? I always liked the tune, but I was like, what is he talking
what's this
about?
guy saying?
Is he talking about Chinese food? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the video where they play the song, but they take out what's his name? The lead singer of System of a Down.
Oh, someone an S. I think.
Whatever his name is. They take him out on that part, and it's just that goat with the tongue out. He's just like,
Yeah.
but it's the goat, dude. It's
Yeah.
fucking hysterical, bro.
No.
And I know exactly what you're. I'm gonna find it real quick.
Yeah,
Hold on. Chop Suey
Du
goat.
hast.
fucking Rams.
Du hast mich.
Germans are just fucking weird, though.
Du hast mich gefragt. Du
Well,
hast
well,
mich
show the video.
gefragt.
Point the video towards us, Fudge.
No free ads for chips, you fucking cunts.
Wait, take this shit out. That fucking goat, dude.
It's good.
System was a great band.
Yeah, I think they every other year they're always like, oh, new System album, and you
Well,
like never
no
know
one
for
cares
sure.
about that, but
I mean, it might be dope. I mean, I still listen to System of a Down every now and then. They're fucking definitely killer.
But give me songs that you like from your side. Because there are sides.
What are we talking about? Hip hop strictly, or
Like one thing my brother tried to instill in me was that you should always, if you're a true musician, if you truly love music, you should always listen to everything as much as you can.
well, that's true.
Yeah.
Besides country.
yeah, we said that when you were
Seriously.
out. We said that when you were out.
Okay.
And that's the funny part because I just can't do country.
Well, a lot of the
Except for there was this one. I'm sorry. This is one song that I liked that was talking about a girl getting married. She's like something blue, something white, whatever that song was. Besides that, I can't do country.
I like what they
But go
sing
ahead.
about. Like most of the time, besides the love songs, they sing about beer and
Yeah,
like eating chicken. Like,
but I'm
what's that song? It's like frying some chicken, drinking some beer, American flag. Like, it's an awful song, but I'm like,
and
I would love to fucking eat some fried food and drink some beer, dude.
yeah,
Next to an American flag in a pickup truck.
an unfinished one, right?
We'll say
One that'll never be finished. You notice that? Doesn't have the stars on it yet.
Yeah,
It's been there since like the beginning of time.
We'll get there.
Yeah, one day. We have a buddy doing it for us, and he just does it in like little chunks here and there, and just hasn't been finished yet. So,
But I guess it's because life is simple for them. Maybe I don't know.
well, for country, no, it's a gimmick. It's all a gimmick. It's bullshit. It's like these pretty boy dudes that like have never even liked country, or like they all have like that fake accent that they purposely put on when they sing and shit. It's a gimmick. It's a bunch of bullshit.
There's no such thing as a country accent,
yeah.
No,
right? It's only in country singers.
No.
There's a southern accent.
Yes.
But they're like, where'd the country accent come from?
Yeah.
A little
Super
bit country. Oh. Like,
Yeah.
what is that?
It's a bunch of bullshit. It's what it is.
I
dude.
used to get made fun of in Tennessee for that shit. Because my parents are from Tennessee, so I've been down there.
Did you live in Tennessee before or after West Milford?
No, my brothers made fun of me. Fuck you, Duran and Cedric. Sorry, shit, cursing and shit. Like, you from West Milford? Shut up, boy.
I've said
Okay.
cunt like 5 times, dude. I think you can tell your brother to fuck off. Like,
No, but it's just that whenever you go down south, it's different. Like they always say you have a Jersey accent, and they always make fun of you for that shit.
yeah, it makes sense.
Oh yeah,
I used to
that's a
always-
normal thing. I've heard that my entire life.
Yeah, I used to always get made of like, what? What's my accent? What you talking about?
I think everywhere has an accent.
Yeah,
In
and then
the
I come back to
entire
West
world.
Milford, and they'd be like, "Yeah, you sound country." I'm like, "Damn, I do, don't I?"
And even my girlfriend like grew up in Queens like only until she was like 8 or 9 or maybe a little bit later. But even that, she makes fun of certain words. Like I say October because I think it's supposed to be October, right? And I say October.
You say
right?
October?
Yeah, I say October. I'm just like, oh yeah, October. There's certain
I
words.
say October, so you might just have Down syndrome or something.
That's nice. That's real kind of you to say, Finn. Yeah, no, she makes certain words. She'll stop me and be like, "Wait, what month?" Or like, you know what I mean? She busts my chops all the time. So I mean, I get that. I've gotten that my
That
entire
joke
life.
was wrong. I apologize.
It was funny though, dude. When I went down south, when my old band toured with this other band from down south, then we all busted each other's chops for our accents because they were from down south. So they were, oh, there, feller, what the hell there, bud? You know what I mean? And then we were just like, the fuck you fucking Walmart bag or whatever the fuck we said. You know what I mean? It's like we just fucking ripped on each other for each other's accents. But that people said, they're like, oh, you're from Jersey, aren't you? And it's like, is it just because I'm a fat asshole? It's October, or like, what's the deal here? Like, what am I saying? What am I doing wrong? But I think it's even.
We've been over October. It's not a Jersey thing.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I have to pee, so let's take the shot so I can go urinate.
Yeah.
I did
the
mine.
podcast.
We can, yeah. If you want to pause, take a quick 2-minute break. We all take a piss or whatever. That's fine. Take a little pausey. So when it comes down to it, fuck Finn, really.
Yeah, fuck me.
You know, I was just talking about fucking. I don't know if you saw me posted the other day, Joe, but I streamed 2 times a couple of nights ago. One time nobody watched. I didn't have a mic or anything. I was just kind of fucking with it just to see if it worked. And then the other night, I had like 8, 9, 10 people fucking hanging out. We were hanging out drinking. I was streaming. It's my first time playing Fallout 4. And I set up a mic and everything. I don't have a video camera yet. I probably will eventually, but right now I'm just fucking with the sound because, I mean, you got to think about it too. Like,
YouTube's another platform.
Well, I'm streaming on.
That's how I see them doing it. So.
Yeah, I'm streaming gaming on Twitch right now.
Really?
But I think once we start videotaping the podcast, because I think we do want to get to that
talk
point.
More about that. What do you stream on Twitch?
Well, right. Like I said, the other night, I think it was Friday night, was my first night doing it. Really, like I said, the Thursday night I did it, but I only did it for like an hour, and nobody even watched. I just had my girlfriend like telling me like what things looked like and if everything was working. Because this is my first time fucking around with streaming and using like OBS and all that. But then Friday night I fucking set up a mic and shit. It was such a pain in the dick, but I got it going pretty decently. But the mic I'm using is just okay, but it picks up too much. Like when my furnace is so loud and like my heat or my air conditioning goes on, so that picks it up. So
take one of these mics.
yeah, I'm bringing home a boom arm and one of these mics tonight. I'm going to try to get a couple hours playing Fallout 4.
Yeah,
but
bring the mic back when we need it. That's all.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, well, I could just put it in the box and bring it with me,
Yeah.
and it's just something I'm carrying around. So, but yeah, I mean, right now I'm playing Fallout 4, and a lot of my stuff I play on Steam.
And I saw that too. You posted something about that, and I was like, I'm gonna watch that shit.
Yeah,
you
well,
playing 76?
nope, 4.
4?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry, not new.
Well, I haven't played. I'm always behind in games. I'm a pretty big gamer for the most part. Whenever I have the time. But I'm usually behind because I'm very rarely going to spend $60 on a game, and especially now becoming a father. Like, what, I'm going to spend $60 to get the game now and then not play it for 2 months.
Yeah.
I'm a big
Sorry, kid, you can't have diapers. Daddy's buying you Fallout.
Shit on yourself tonight.
Daddy's got to build a settlement there, little baby. Yeah, but
you gotta sell to these kids, these little bastards that want to watch people play. Because I want to watch people play out, honestly, but 76.
well, dude, hop on, man. I'll try to tag you in my next post. So if you got nothing going on, because you can watch it right on your phone and you can chat. The whole point is,
and I should have, and I was like, oh shit, but I should get some work done.
well, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah,
that's the fight. Everybody, that's what every person has to go through.
Yeah. Well, I've been wanting to play Fallout 4 for a minute. I'm finally playing it, and I'm playing it on my computer, and my rig's pretty decent. And so I'm just thinking, and, I fuck with Steam a lot because you can just like put the games that you want, and then when they're on sale for a couple bucks, that's when you scoop it. It's fucking perfect. So I'm like, dude, like, why the fuck not? It is kind of hard for me to like really pay a lot of attention the way I want to my actual game, because I'm not trying to like bore people too much. I'm not really playing that well either, and like
That's why you need me there. We're gonna co-stream.
that's what I think I need to figure it out. Like, get him on Discord, which is like an audio application.
Just like all right. So backstory, I was supposed to be here at 1:00, and because of circumstances of me living life and not living.
We're
life.
just happy you're here, man.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Me not living life and doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I got here a little bit late, but with like streaming, you have to do it on time every time. So that's how they all. Because I read it. That's how they all start. You have to tell.
You have to be consistent.
You have to be
Yeah.
consistent.
Yeah.
You have to do it when you say you're gonna do it, and you have to do it for a certain amount of time.
That's what we're trying to do with the podcast.
Yeah. So
Be
it's like
super
six,
consistent.
8.
Which we've
you
been.
have to- yeah.
We've been.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Until we invited your little late ass.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
current clients. I will not be late for here. I'm never late to a open house, so
There you
I'll
go.
be there for you. I love you.
When I buy a house, I'll hit you up, bro.
Motherfucker's on time, bro.
He's always on time. Because when I fucking a couple of years having a fucking a small child, basically an infant now, running around in a fucking 1-bedroom condo ain't gonna be cutting it. So I will be buying a house in a couple of years. So just gotta make a little bit more money. But yeah, but the only reason I'm doing the streaming is the stream. My username is Shots for Likes Podcast. It's just to promote the podcast.
Yeah.
It's just like I'm gonna be on my computer playing these games anyway. Why not stream it? Have some fun. And it's definitely cool. I mean, I think eventually the real fun that's gonna happen, like where it's going to be awesome, is when I'm like playing like older Final Fantasies that I've played 1,000
right.
times,
Yeah.
where I can really pay attention to chat. You know,
I would watch that. I would
Yeah.
watch that.
I'll just be drunk in a corner.
yeah, yeah,
Suck.
yeah. I think I'm going to start connecting him through Discord and just have him on his phone or something, and then
Well, we need to set it up to where I can watch it in here and be on a mic. And can we do that? So like you're at your house, I'm in my seat. And we could both be.
you
on
would
the
need a
stream.
computer here.
That's what I have to research. 'cause
You would need a
we-
computer and an interface. We would need to have the computer set up here, a new computer that I eventually
which
want to
we're-
build for
we're
here.
talking about. Well, next month everything starts off for me again, so I'll be good. But once we have the camera and I got a computer, we could do it, right?
It's on.
Yeah, probably. Let's
Because I have a cousin.
Let's
who,
pour down the shot. Well, me and Keith will take our shot. You keep talking, and then when we're done with our shots, we can fill in for you about your cousin or whatever.
Let's see where you fucked up. Yeah, yeah. Because I have a cousin who's in Tennessee. Shout out to Marcus, who wants to start our own podcast, not to compete, but he was into that, and I was like, that'd be fun.
Start him up, dude. We could cross promote.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll shout out his podcast on ours. He could do it on his.
Yeah, we
We'll
read
We'll
read
start 'em up.
ads at the beginning of our
Oh yeah, he was saying that.
Yeah, like our buddies who stream. We got another buddy, a couple buddies of ours that have like a really fucking great podcast. Another buddy who has like a Madden league that he's been running for like 20 years and shit. Like, so we would cross promote each other. We just have a good time. We all like our guests on each other's streams and podcasts, and it's just it's a ton of fun, man.
And you know what? My advice, if he's thinking about it, just fucking do it, man.
Yeah.
It's fun. Like we're having a great time.
Just talking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if it goes, if people start listening, they listen. If they don't, they don't. You like just do it. Why wouldn't you at least try?
And you
know?
can start. You can do it in a real inexpensive way. At first, I think I might have spent like. I've always been in bands. I demo a lot of like my band's musics at home and stuff. So I have a lot of equipment
boys.
anyway. I already took mine, but go for it. Yeah. So I had a lot of equipment anyways, but then for the podcast, we bought some new stuff. I think we bought like some headphones. We bought like a new interface, like the headphone thing and stuff. So there was like $150, $200 startup cost. Maybe it wasn't really too crazy. And other stuff I already had, like I have a pretty good computer, shit like that. But
But you don't need a good computer.
I mean, if you have like an okay computer, you can get a couple of USB mics. Like and you can use like GarageBand.
But
It's so easy to record a podcast and post it and make it sound like okay.
Is that he's in a different state? He's in Tennessee. It was where my parents are from, so that's what usually gets him. So I don't know what to do because I'm in a different state. So I was like, we'll figure it out.
doesn't matter though where you are.
Yeah,
Dude, send me a message tomorrow when I'm on lunch. I'll take out a couple minutes and I'll write a list of like the shit he would need and maybe throw in a couple of cheap examples that would work easily for him or him. Him? Okay, yeah, I didn't hear the gender at all. We got to be very gender specific nowadays. I don't want to
him
upset anybody.
and or her.
Yeah, and even like, dude, it's even if it wouldn't fucking probably cost me more to shit. Like we have extra stuff that we don't use anymore because now we moved on to like each of these mics are like $400 a pop. Let alone these boom arms and the table. We built this table by hand. Like yeah. There's a lot of stuff we did, but I mean that's just how serious we take the thing, and that's like what we were saying before. That's why it pisses us off.
You gotta put in,
But you don't need it.
Yeah.
Like you could do it so much cheaper.
But it makes the situation better.
Yeah, well, I mean, we wanted it to a point to where like we're coming in here, and like I still have to bring my computer here, which is kind of a pain in the ass. I might start bringing like a different interface that lets me do some pretty cool shit to make us sound a bit better.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's like I come here and I just have like like 3 plugs. I plug in like the power, the interface of my monitor, turn my computer on, and that's it. And like everything else, you can see the cables I have ran. It looks a little sloppy now because we bought some of our setup somewhere when we went upstate for his grandma's. But I mean, we have everything set up and like all just hooked up, ready to go. We turn the computer on, we hit record, and we start rolling. Like back before, like the first like, I don't know, man, what, like 10 episodes, 7, 8 episodes? Like I bought like hundreds of dollars worth of gear in 2 cardboard boxes back and forth between his apartment and setting it up in my apartment. I had to take like an hour to set everything up, every single podcast. It was fucking crazy. I was in between jobs then, so it wasn't like a big fucking deal. So I had the time, it wasn't a big deal, but like everything got like to a point to where it was just easier and easier for us to just podcast and just, you know, and everything. It's just come here, we record, I upload everything right when I'm here and just, you know, edit some shit, make it sound good, whatever, throw in a song or two and, you know, and just post it. And then it posts a couple of days, like whatever we want it to post. You know what I mean? So it's the dog trying to steal you. Dog trying to rob shit. All I'm saying is you let me know, like you remind me tomorrow. Shoot me a fucking message or something, and I can just give you like I can send you like an explanation to send to your cousin to explain what's going on. Like, hey, you want to release 4 episodes a month? This is how much it'll cost on Libsyn. You need some headphones. You need a couple of mics. This shit's pretty cheap. If you got like a nice, decent wooden table, you can. These things are $40 a piece. They're not expensive, and they come with the mic cable. Built into them. It's not too crazy, and they can buy cheap mics that aren't crazy expensive. It's like it's all you want to do, but you can get it going for like a couple $100, if that, if not cheaper.
Yeah,
there's even packages they sell.
But that's what I keep telling them. I was like, you know, there's this one girl from Teen Mom who does a podcast with her friend from Atlanta. I was like, it's not that bad, so we can figure it out. It's like
I can send you all the information and exactly how to do everything.
Please do.
And you'd be set. Although if you're in a different state, you would have to work something out with like Skype or like
I hear you.
or whatever it is. Like, and that I still haven't like figured out yet how to like put it in the fucking.
It's all figured out.
In the DAW to like have, because we want to get it to where like we can have people on the phone call in the track and it's all, you know what I mean? Because there's other people that live in other states, and when they come and visit, we have them on the podcast. But it would be nice to just have them on whenever, or just be able to hop on Skype.
Anything you want to do, you just steal it from somebody else. No copyrights.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
It's all shit. No, it's all shit. It's all shit.
Like one thing, you know. Shout out to the Joe Budden podcast. I feel like I'm cheating, but no. But one thing they do is
I'm definitely gonna check it out. I'm definitely gonna check it out.
Get you like a soundboard, you know, because it's fun.
We do have one.
Time. Yeah,
we just it's not hooked up yet.
Put it out. I'm not gonna say what you need to do because what I need to do is.
Why are you telling us what to do?
Yeah, the soundboard we are going to incorporate it.
Put my girlfriend here and she'll be like, I know he's not trying to tell you. This motherfucker. She's Hispanic and I love Hispanics, but you know.
Yo, I get it.
They go with the bad. Love you.
Yeah, but the good. Yeah. You better finish that sentence. All right,
throw that in there, bro.
But yeah.
Where we gonna go? Talking about
what do you play? What do you play right
now?
Yeah,
what are you currently playing right now? It isn't a nerdcast, but we can get into some nerdy shit. Fuck them.
Like nerdy shit.
Well, what video game are you playing right now? Are you playing anything?
Yes.
What are you playing?
Actually, I've been trying not to because, again, Lauren keeps yelling at me to do shit with my life.
Yeah, well, you gotta get. You know what you gotta do? Hurry up and get that shit done. So when she yells at you when you're playing video games, you're like, "Did it already, babe?"
But she always yelled at me. Even when I was working, coming home, cooking and cleaning, she always yelled at me. So that's what you get.
Yeah, but that makes it hot in bed, though. She's yelling at you, you know.
White girl, like you know. I thought about like a good Asian girl. She'd be like, "Yes. I do for you."
I do for you what you want me to do.
Hello, round eye. What can I get for you?
Asian man, very small penis.
All right, but no.
All right, all hilarious Asian racism aside, what game are you playing right now?
Right now, I'm playing a few. I want to get more, but I got to save my money. So I want to get 76. Fallout.
That's so good.
Fallout 4. I wasn't able to beat it because I was just so confused about him finding his son.
Right.
And I'm playing Red Dead Redemption is shit.
Are you playing the second one right now or the first one?
I'll play both of them. Yeah, the Red Dead Redemption.
You're playing the new one, right?
The Red Dead Redemption
is
so good.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I just started the online like 2 nights ago, and that's ridiculous. I thought that there wasn't any life after Red Dead Redemption, but Red Dead Redemption Online is ridiculous.
Yeah, I heard it's getting better and better.
Yeah.
Dude, I want to play that game so bad, but I'm so invested in 76. Like, I'll be playing this game. Originally, I said I'll be playing 76 till at least March, and now that it's almost January, it's probably be longer. Like, this might be a very long run for me on this game.
And it sucks 'cause I just bought groceries, so
It's like a buy down right now, bro.
So for me to go to GameStop after this, after taking a good nap, but after I go to GameStop, I'm probably gonna get 76 because you said so.
It's
so
so good, man.
I'll blame you for it.
Ooh, whoa, dog.
You're such a cunt, dog.
So he's got something to say, that dog.
Try dealing with cats.
I need to feed him my fucking.
I got 2 cats, bro. He's got 3. He's got 3 cats here. You just don't know because they're all hidden and shit.
Cats are cunts.
We gotta feed this dog to my eel, bro.
Cat equals
Just
you
fucking
got
dip it.
eel too.
He's got a
I got
saltwater
an eel, bro.
tank, dude.
You know, but eat those in Japan, right?
Yeah, I mean, we could eat him if you want. My girlfriend will be mad for we eat our eel.
Should be okay.
Eel's pretty good.
You want to feed him? We can feed him.
I'll be
afterwards.
You had it
honest.
before?
I've had it's they're in certain sushi rolls. They put eel in. Here's the deal.
I never had
all
it before.
sushi kind of tastes the same because I just drown it in soy sauce,
just tastes
wasabi, and spicy mayonnaise. That's all I'm tasting when I eat
that is
fucking sushi.
because North America goes by taste. Everybody else goes by texture. So if you eat certain fish, it's fucking fish. But if you eat certain fish with their mind tact, it's by texture.
Yeah,
They don't
really.
Eat, they don't eat shit by fucking taste. They eat it by texture.
You know what's funny
So
is
they examine the fatty content and they fatten the texture when it goes down the fucking gullet. And
Like, to
I
me-
never knew that either. I was
to
like,
me,
"What?"
fish has the best texture of any food. I don't eat seafood. I've tried everything you could think of.
You don't like sushi?
No, I don't.
You don't like Japanese food either?
No.
Because Japanese food is just like a way fancier Chinese food. And that's what they say about Thai, but Thai's got that like curry peanut fucking thing going on. It's like bullshit.
come on.
Japanese food's fucking good, dude. Like
No,
it does, dude. Everything's like just like everything's just like peanuts stirred in curry and they pour it all over everything.
No, I'm just talking about seafood.
Joe's losing it.
We lost Joe.
I like
Joe's dead.
Joe is taking the turn again after already taking the turn. And that's not even trying to be racist. That's just joking around it. That's what Thai food is, man. Thai food is Chinese food with like it's less frying and more curry and peanuts, dude. That's all it fucking is.
You like a good peanut Thai sauce?
I mean, I'm sure it's pretty decent. I mean, like, I don't hate that. When I go to get Thai food, I get like chicken fried Thai rice or whatever they call it. I like the simplest, most bullshit thing. I like Japanese food way better than Thai food. But in America, how can I even judge? Because it's all like gimmicky shit anyway. I can't say I like Japanese food. I've never been to Japan and actually had actual Chinese food here in America is not actual Chinese food. You know,
We made peanut Thai wings at work.
it was probably great.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, but you're like a restaurant that actually like, you know, you guys make homemade sauces and shit like that, and you know, there's
We're like 95% homemade.
yeah, when you're real gimmicky and you're just getting shit from fucking whatever food fucking company you get your shit from, you know what I mean? It's just this is the same duck sauce packet at every single Chinese food place in the northern New Jersey area. You know what I mean?
Well, it's
Every now and then they make a nice homemade duck sauce. Some places make a really good homemade duck sauce, which
Yeah,
is
don't tell Peter that though, because you're killing a lot of ducks, bro. Yeah, you don't want-
You're gonna start some shit.
well. Do they even put duck in it, or is it
Oh,
just
yeah,
they
yeah, oh,
use
yeah,
they used they want
Those
the
ducks had taxes.
It's made from duck. It's like that aardvark sauce I have.
There's no
made
real
from aardvarks,
aardvark.
man.
yeah.
Say you're trolling me. It's what somebody dipped a duck in it one day and they're like, all right, we'll call this duck sauce, but it's
No,
just,
they
it's just
boil,
Asian sweet and sour.
They boil the ducks like nails, like his claws, and they that's where they make duck sauce from.
Really?
You're making shit. He's making shit. Don't listen to him.
I'll be go.
I can tell when he's
Dude,
trolling.
ducks-
He's trolling the shit out of us right now.
Is it kosher?
Ducks have flap feet. They don't have claws.
Yeah,
They
that's,
just got flaps, bro.
see, I didn't
They
even
boil the flaps.
I didn't even use any like legitimate like biology or science at all. This I just saw your face and like this piece of shit is trolling us. Don't even listen to him, Joe.
You know it's easy too because when I start
Anything
talking
made
about
from
food,
flaps.
when I start talking food, I'm either completely serious or not. And you can definitely tell.
Yeah.
Flaps.
There's aardvarks in that
Yeah,
aardvark sauce.
I mean, I'm not surprised that you don't like Japanese food or like sushi or anything like that, but I also am surprised considering you're a chef.
I didn't say that though.
No, you were like, you're making some weird noise.
No,
or
I
whatever.
said I don't like seafood. And then somehow you brought fucking ching chang chong talk into it.
It's just you know, every time we joke around about age, because we joke around about every culture and religion and whatever here, genders, all of them.
You say you do what now?
We make fun of. Well, no. Our number one rule,
I'm just
Joe,
kidding.
no N-word.
Yes.
That's our number one rule.
Yeah, we don't
I
pop
appreciate
that off.
I appreciate it.
So that's literally our only
Even though
rule,
we say
though.
to each
So
other-
feel special because you're the only. Your race of people is the only one we don't
And that's
full blown go to the.
and that's the funny part because so much has come from us being where we first came from to where we are now. It's just funny because now it is we are trying to see. That's go back a little bit. That's funny how
He's on the mic.
we
Yeah.
try on the right.
I feel like you're under pressure now.
Getting real intellectual and philosophical with it.
And that's funny because these Caucasians are on his black dick. No, I'm just no.
Clearly we're
true,
jealous.
That would be me to that. No, I'm just kidding. But it's just funny how where we came from to where we are now, and what we are trying to do now is trying to strain from saying African American, like nigger. That's what you're saying.
It's the first time it's been on this podcast.
And
That was the only hard R we've ever had on
and I
here.
try not to, but what we're trying to go from now is trying to better ourselves to be more like other communities. But it's not nigga now. It's not. It's my king, or my ninja, or my NICCKKA, or something like that. But I
Different variations of the word, I guess.
yeah, it's not gonna stick, but it is a chance for us to try to better ourselves and what we're doing with ourselves, because we always degrade ourselves by saying stuff that brings us back to where we used to be, and I guess that's what is.
That's
helping.
your feelings on like the N word in general, even
Yeah.
even like not even the hard R, but like the GGA. That's how you feel about it. Because my buddy Manny, we've had that conversation before too. Who was on last night? It wasn't on the podcast, but he feels the same way. He's like he hates saying it.
Is he
period.
African American?
No, yeah. Oh,
Yeah?
No, he's black as fuck.
He he's black as fuck.
No, yeah,
he's the educated few of them, and I say to you, I love you and I appreciate you, and keep doing what you're doing because you're making us feel better about ourselves in the end game. Because at one point, I was one of those guys who would make fun of people who'd be like, "You sound different," because for some reason it felt good to be the bottom of the map. But now it's not anymore, and now we have to try to better ourselves. Because look at the Jewish community, look at the Arab community. All these communities take care of themselves. They remember the past, but they always step forward into the future with something different.
Yeah,
and that's why I look. That's why I look at certain like YouTube videos about like Iraq, Syria, and all that stuff like that, because it's just crazy. But I don't know. I lost my thought.
Hey, that was probably the most legitimate philosophical thing that's ever been stated on our podcast ever, dude.
We felt it though. We felt it, man.
Thank you.
If I hear it, I mean that's. It's so funny too, because like we're all about like, oh fuck rules, this and that, and we're just joking around or whatever. But like that's like literally our only rule. Like all jokes aside, it's like, yeah, dude, no N word, like no hard R, no doing it. Like that's well, you know what? Because it's just plain and simple, dude. Like I don't know. I don't know why for us that differs so much more from every other offensive thing that we say constantly. That's all in good fun, anyways. Because we're not the type of people like we don't. We always, tranny this and LGBT that and gay this and Asian that or whatever. But like, dude, like we don't we know gay people. We're friends with gay people. We
have some gay people who won't come on actually.
I'll bring the gay people on, man.
Yeah, my life would be set if I had no money and I was homeless, and if I had a gay friend, I'd love it. You think I'm kidding? Because there's nothing like a gay friend who's so witty and you never hear them say anything negative because of what they've been through. So they feel
Right.
like they should be something else different.
Uh,
So they should be always witty and always like, bitch.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh my goodness.
you know, there's not like a gay
See,
friend.
here's
so-
my thing, and I'll always say this: I'm an offensive cunty asshole.
Big time.
There's two people in the world. There's fucking
very private.
assholes, and there's fucking non-assholes. Don't be a fucking asshole, and I'm gonna like you. I don't care what you are. You know.
We lost the black guy. He left. I think he had to pee. You hear him say something. He yelled something. I don't know what it was, but yeah, that's fine. We got serious.
Yeah, why are we getting
Podcast.
serious? Come on.
I don't know.
We got worse than pizza or something.
Well, I'm about to go eat some free ass dinner in a little bit. I think. So.
Oh, you are going?
Oh yeah, no, I'm.
I have to somehow fucking man up and play Fallout. I got plans. Remember when you wanted to do a morning after pill?
I mean, I would still do it.
No, I can't.
Yeah, no, I also understand that. Yeah. So we'll wait for Joe to come back in. We'll let him finish up some. I mean, we got to finish the nerd talk. We barely got nerdy at all. I thought that's what we talk about a lot because Joe's very nerdy.
Eh. Where are we at?
Guy,
2.5?
Guys got pee a lot though. Yeah, we're at 2.5, a little over 2.5.
Yeah.
Are you willing to come? I mean, I hear that's I can get home quicker and stream.
I'm just starting to get hungry, man.
Yeah, I'm
I gotta
definitely
order
hungry.
pizza or something.
What about you, dog? You hungry?
Dog's always hungry.
Yeah, he looks hungry.
Got pizza. Should I get meatball, onion? What are you thinking?
I don't know. You guys hold meatball a little bit too high to map.
You think?
Yeah, yeah.
What would you prefer?
Any pork
sausage over meatball?
any pork? Oh yeah,
Really?
very much yes, very much. All right, this is our last topic. Joe, come in here. Get in there, bud.
Is the
So here's the
dog
deal.
on his seat?
The dog is.
Yeah, let me guess.
Like black man smell, don't you? Come on, buddy.
Look at him being a
I hate
cunt.
myself too.
All right, so here's the deal. If you're gonna pick meatball or any pork product on a pizza, like he was just saying he likes meatball over sausage. I disagree.
Yes. Are you're counting pepperoni as pork product?
Of course it is.
All right,
Yeah.
all right. From the beginning, what?
Although
talking
ham
about-
is bullshit. I pick meatball over ham any day.
We're talking about pizza toppings.
Okay.
So he
what is
really
your
likes
opinion
meatball.
first?
Well, my opinion is that he holds meatball in way too high regards. I think it's bullshit. He's like, "Oh, you'd pick meatball over sausage," and I told him in a heartbeat. I was like, "Yes."
Well, what kind of sausage?
Sausage over meatball. I'm sorry, you'd pick sausage over meatball.
It depends on the sausage. If we're talking sliced sausage on there, no go. That crumbled sausage is golden
Yes.
because it depends on the pizzeria. The place does it. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes. Not exact place.
Yeah,
I
but
know
people
what
do
you're talking
meatball
about. Yes.
weird too, though. People they might do just like chopped meat,
No,
or they
you
might slice the meatball on a
You
slicer
slice
and
the
put
meatball.
slices.
Yeah, oh yeah.
No, I don't like slices.
See,
I don't
I-
like slices.
Sausage, yeah. No slice.
I
on
like
sausage.
the crumbled sausage with onions and peppers.
Little
That's
garlic
pretty good, too.
Shit.
Dude,
You know
imagine,
what's-
imagine people
I'm broke
people need to start putting hot like chorizo or hot sausage on fucking pizza. dude.
That was my last
put
pizza
hot sauce
special
on
at
mine.
Crow's, man.
Really?
Yeah, that was my. Well, you're not gonna like it because of the other two things I put on there.
What'd you put on there?
So we're going for like a winter vibe, like a fall winter. So I did spicy chorizo with kale and butternut squash.
I love squash.
Yeah,
And kale's pretty good too. I don't hate on kale or squash.
yeah.
That's good.
But-
I don't like Brussels sprouts, those little fart balls, dude.
Brussels sprouts are great.
Things
If you do them right.
things smell just like your asshole before you even eat them, bro.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Do we make a
How
Brussels?
you feel about Brussels sprouts, Joe?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Why not? Is that bad? Or do you like them? And that's
I love
why
Brussels sprouts.
I'm not gonna shit on you
I
for liking
love
Brussels sprouts.
but it feels like anything to be good, African Americans have to put pork in it.
Well, all right. Now
So
that
you're afraid we're gonna bust your balls?
Bro,
Because you're gonna be like, no, we gotta.
I'm happy you brought that up
first-
because at work we make a Brussels sprout pizza.
Yes.
So I take my Brussels sprouts, I shave them down, right? I saute them with garlic, onions, and pancetta in bacon fat, and I put that on the pizza. It's so fucking good, dude.
Wasn't even drawing.
That was just bullshit. I'm trying to quit smoking.
It's one of our best pizzas.
Is it?
It's so good.
Do you know what the best pizza there is? The
Break it down.
Cajun
I gotta
chicken
try it.
pizza, dude. The Cajun chicken pizza, or people say Cajun, right? I always thought it was Cajun.
It's I said Cajun.
I say Cajun too, but everybody's like, no, it's Cajun, bro. And I'm like, fuck off, dude.
It's not Cajun.
That's Cajun.
Cajun. Cajun. I don't know.
That's because it can't spell Cajun. It's Cajun.
It's like Asian with a C.
Yeah, it's Cajun.
Imagine that CASIAN.
Yeah.
It's not that at all.
You got to put the U in there.
Because it's CAJUN, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cajun.
Because I always wanted to do a crab boil. Not crab boil. What is it?
Oh, the crawfish.
Yes.
Yep.
I always want to do a boil. I always swore that if I got enough money, I would do a boil.
So what's crawfish taste like? Is it like kind of like crab
I have
or
no idea.
It's little lobsters.
But
what it
have you
tastes like.
seen it? Like, have you been down the YouTube rabbit hole?
Oh. For what? I've been down it many times.
For dumb stuff. I know a lot of dumb stuff. I know how, I don't know, shrimp is made. Something dumb that you want to think of, but I always see them.
You just gotta make sure you take that poop line out of the shrimp, dude.
Yeah.
You don't want no weird shrimp. We talked about, I went to Red Lobster last week.
Yes.
Talked about that on the episode a lot, man.
Down south, they call it purging. So either you can do it salt or you do it just regular. You put it in a tub and you let it sit. So that's how they do it. But still, it's something you always
What, you talking
want
about the
to try.
crawfish?
Yeah, with the crawfish. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine it to be any other shellfish, like a fucking crab, lobster,
Yeah,
shrimp,
but you
or
do it
whatever.
Cajun style. You're throwing some spices in there.
Oranges.
Yeah, but they have a shell around them, so it's not like any of that shit's gonna do anything when you're picking it apart eating it,
Oh,
right?
definitely it does. Dude.
Or do they have a soft shell?
If you're
and,
boiling it in there with the spices and the sauces, yeah, of course it does.
Yeah,
and you throw those little guys in there live, huh?
Oh yeah.
See you later, buddy.
that's the hard part, but it's the good part.
Bro, I had so my sister's a vegetarian.
Yeah.
So we were doing lobster
Sorry
rolls
for
on the
your
menu at one point, and I literally have a video. It's like me holding this live lobster, and then we kill them even worse. Well, the humane way to kill a lobster, they say, you just stab them right in the cord, and then they're dead. Then you steam them.
Tell her not to watch Japanese videos.
Yeah. So, but yeah, the one video I just had this lobster. I was like, hey, guess what, Michelle? See ya. And I just threw this lobster in the pot. She was mad at me.
Well, I mean, how long do you think they live once they get thrown in a boiling pot of water?
Well, here's the
I
thing.
say at least, even if it's further than a minute, that shit still has to suck.
Yeah, it
but
sucks.
but at the same time, they are not. They don't know like we do, so they're not like, this shit's hot. I was like, I can't eat. I can't fucking do
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Lobsters technically can't even die unless something kills them, right? Aren't lobsters weird like that to where like they can't like something has to physically kill them? Have you ever heard that? You never heard that?
They just live forever. They're like fucking Highlanders.
I know it sounds weird what I'm saying, but I'm telling you, Google this shit. I could have swore I heard this shit somewhere. That like
Maybe, man.
lobsters just fucking raw. We scoop them up all the time and we fucking eat them. But like lobsters just hang out like they just never die, dude. But unless something else eats it, we eat them, whatever. I feel like I've heard that somewhere. Google that.
Yeah. Either way, meatball on a pizza's great.
I wonder what lobster on a pizza's like.
With light meatball.
It's expensive pizza.
Yeah, probably. It's bullshit that lobster's so expensive too, man. Because it's just some piece of shit we catch in a thing, just like every other thing, and just throw it in some boiling water. We don't even season.
well,
You
the
don't even
thing is-
season lobster. You just fucking throw it in a pot and then you eat it with butter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the part.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. It's like you catch them, but it's not like catching a fucking like a giant salmon or like a fucking mahi.
Yeah.
You catch one of those,
Well,
you
that's
can
just
feed
tuna,
forever.
I think. They just said some fancy Hawaiian name on it.
I never had mahi mahi. What's
It's
it
just
taste
tuna. It's just tuna seared. Really, they seared the shit out of it on the outside,
No.
but the inside's raw.
No, it's a different fish. A mahi's not a tuna.
How do you spell mahi mahi?
Oh, come on, you're asking me fucking words. The spell? Come on, bro.
Mahi tuna.
Like, I'll tell you fucking some shit, man. I can spell words for you. Come on now. That's what Google's for, bro.
Oh, wow, you're right. The mahi-mahi, or common dolphin fish, is a surface-dwelling ray-finned fish found in offshore temperate, tropical, and subtropical waters worldwide.
Yeah, well, it's weird the cook was right about food.
I've
let's talk.
I've said some shit that you were wrong and I was right.
There was one thing.
We haven't got on the topic. Let's talk about this, Keith.
Yes.
This guy doesn't. He's not even familiar with hot dog sauce. He just thinks chili's chili, and that should be thrown in a hot dog. It's like,
Well, it
no,
should
fuck
be.
off, dude.
So
Yeah.
we're gonna.
No, it shouldn't. Every hot dog place you ever go to does not have beans in their hot dog sauce, dude.
We triggered. We triggered.
You don't like hot dogs.
We could. That's reasonable. We will praise Keith to the highest that we can.
No, don't do that.
As Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. I'm
So, Keith,
Jesus.
How does a piece of shit like you get a job that I always wanted since being an elementary school kid?
You always wanted to be a cook?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. And then I didn't want to because I was dumb and young, and I was like, "Oh yeah, you guys."
Do you want the real story, or should I be an
No, just
asshole?
like- I was like, "You guys just don't get your weekends." And yeah, I need to drink on my weekends, and I was dumb, and I regret that. That's like the one thing I regret in life. I was like, "Damn, I should have been a cook."
It's
But-
fun, man.
Is it?
It gets hectic, but it's fun, and the hours are crazy, but it's a really good
It's
job.
worth it, probably.
If you're good and you're getting paid well. But the reason I became a cook was, first of all, my mom can't fucking cook. So like, I remember she would make dinner, and I'd be like, "Nah, I'm just gonna have some popcorn, Mom." Like, dude, this one time she
My
made
grilled cheese is good
Yeah,
enough
dude,
for you, Keith.
her. So have you ever had an Alfredo sauce?
Yeah,
It's fucking delicious, right?
Yeah.
So she tried to make an Alfredo sauce. So when you make an Alfredo sauce,
She was probably chunky or something.
bro, it was. It gets bad.
Sorry.
So here's how you make an Alfredo sauce. You take a flour and butter. You make a roux. You add some heavy cream, an egg yolk. You can do a whole egg, but technically it should be the egg yolk. Some cheese. Call it a day. Seasoning it. She put milk in a pot. Heated the milk up. And then poured a jug of that shitty Kraft Parmesan cheese into it. And then threw the pasta in there. And it just tasted like milk pasta with chunks of thick
Milk steak
Parmesan
boiled
cheese.
over hard.
That's why I became a cook.
Never again.
And I make fun of her to this day.
That's good. Make fun of your mom.
It was just drippy milk with chunks of cheese, and you trying to get the chunk on the pasta, like hoping you get a chunk on the bite, but it was just tastes like milk.
Good. Just anything tastes decent.
All right, gentlemen. The only reason I want to move on to Joe's song here is because I'm literally starving, and we're gonna start talking about food. I'm gonna freak the fuck out.
Well,
so-
I'd never say starving, man. That's a bad word.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's probably people in other places that are
Yeah,
way
unless you're
skinnier
starving.
and hungrier.
That's a word I stay away from. Starving.
That's out of all the words.
That's the one.
It's the N word and the S word.
That's it, man. Listen, unless you're stuck in the woods, like 3 days no food, yeah, then you're starving.
Yeah.
Like if you had a big omelet for breakfast and then like 3 hours went by and you're like, I really need lunch, man. I'm starving. Come
Well, I
on.
had
Bro.
like a third of a chicken parm sub like a long time ago.
So you're starving? You're gonna die?
That's true.
Is that what you're saying? If we don't do a song right now,
That's the word that offends you is starving, you fucking cunt.
it does offend me a
You
little
hear
bit.
that, Joe? Because this white piece of shit talking about being offended because the word's starving. Tell him something.
Unless you're starving, you're not
I will
starving.
tell him that I understand that I've probably known Haggerty longer, but that he has some truth there.
Yeah, he does.
I'm not fucking sweet.
You're right. I may have known Joe longer than Keith.
So
Probably.
I've been watching these like North Korea documentaries and people actually die from starving.
Yeah.
In Africa, the people actually die from actually starving.
There you go.
In Brooklyn, people actually not die, but
Well, no,
they
it's just
start
filled with a bunch of
going
hipster
something
white
else,
people in Brooklyn
but
now.
yeah.
It is,
Yeah.
man. It is.
Gentrification.
They're ruining the city.
Gentrification. That
There's
should be a
actually
bad
a-
word. 2019. Gentrification.
There's speakers all through Brooklyn that just play Mumford & Sons nonstop.
Yeah. What happened to living difficult and becoming a great rapper because you lived in fucking Brooklyn? Now it's just a bunch of shitty hipsters that live there, and they all have money because their parents had money. It's
Now
just a bunch of
Jay-Z
bullshit.
has no rep. Like, oh, I grew up in Marcy. So did Tabitha.
whoever the fuck Tabitha. All right, Joe, you got one lesson to say before we do your song here?
No. I think I'm good. What is my song? I hope I have a good song.
Well, yeah, we'll explain the song to you, and all the
Yeah,
people are going to
good
hear is just the
song.
song.
You
So
just shook.
we'll explain it to you after. But yeah, that's a wrap.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, we're good.
Spin it,
We got
DJ.
this.
Slippy.
Yep, fuck off. Get ready for Joe's song.
Oh yeah, man. Shots for life.
Next to
Joe's on the podcast finally.
Yeah, that show's fun tonight. I liked it a lot.
He was a little late.
It was a good experience.
He was a little late. It's alright.
I appreciate the experience. What the dick Pikachu sitting in front of me?
We're happy you liked it.
Now let's go on to have a real talk. Is it Mo Bigsley? I have no idea.